now? Are they okay?
Yeah, they're visiting.
Hello, and welcome to episode 62 of the Chronicles of Nidum, run by us here at Dice of the Beholder and streamed through the ever-accommodating Heavyweight Gaming. Yes, hello, welcome back. We do apologise for the technical issues at the end of last week's stream. However, they couldn't be helped. I'm glad we eventually actually got to say goodbye. Before we jump into the game and before we jump into, giveaway details or anything tonight now, if you just give me 2 moments, bear with me, because I'm in control now of the music in the background. So, okay, I think that should have stopped, possibly. Cool.
I can't hear anything playing on it.
Awesome. Right, okay. So, yes, a couple of words, obviously, about our wonderful sponsors. First and foremost, again, is Loki Battle-Mats, an award-winning UK-based TTRPG accessory creator. There are many books of battle mats, little, big, giant sizes, and the modular map book sets are full of amazing artwork that add an awesome backdrop to any tabletop game. If you are interested in finding out more, obviously search Loki Battle-Mats on Facebook, click the link in chat right now, or visit lokibattlemats.com to view their amazing artwork and shop their physical and digital maps. Our second sponsor of the evening, which will lead me on to the giveaway, is Blink Dog Dice, a small but wonderful dice maker based in Cardiff. And you can find amazing examples of their work available on their Etsy store. I think a lot of the people in chat, a lot of the fans, all of the players have examples of their work. I am currently drowning in Blink Dog Dice because I forgot to do a couple of giveaways and I got another monthly care package. So I need to catch up. So yeah, just search Blink Dog Dice, all one word, on most social media platforms. And the same goes for Etsy too. Please go show them some love and tell them we sent you.
Email Blink Dog Dice to let them know that Bri is embezzling their gifts.
Yeah, I've got so many dice right now. They do keep staying. It's like, you can keep these, mind, if you want. It's like, oh no, don't tell me that. Please don't tell me. So we have. You may have seen the pictures on Facebook. You may have seen pictures on Twitter. We have a giveaway. It is the Sepsis Commemorative Dice giveaway. We've got some lovely.
Stop telling people I'm dead.
Gone, but by no means forgotten. We don't know where to. However, so you can, one lucky winner can remember their favorite UNT serial killer. We have some lovely, you can't really see them, yellow, brown, and dark. Some lovely sepsis dice. We also have, and it was, I didn't ask them for this, but it was brilliant that they sent it, a faux reptile skin black dice bag with a lovely little skull on it. There we go. You can see. Thank you. And I decided as well to, throw in a D6 keyring as well because like I said, I've got too many dice. So yes, please stick around until break, and I will give you the word you have to enter into chat to be in with a chance of winning. But yes.
Farfignugan.
Yeah.
We're not telling you how to spell it, but you have to get it exactly right.
But we'll work out how to spell it in the hour and a half it's going to take us to get to break. But no, that's not the word. I will tell you what the word is when it comes to chat. However, Edie, if you want to bring everyone else onto screen. Hello.
Hello. I should unmute myself. That'd help.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Millie is here. Millie just had to go and turn the dogs into slippers because they're very annoying.
They're doing some balks.
They're good boys. Don't say that.
They're good boys that are doing some balks. They're protecting.
Oh, you're allowed to say they're doing some balks. Bri's not allowed to say they're annoying.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're good boys.
They're good boys. Don't turn good boys into slippers.
Okay.
It's a crime.
Last time on the Chronicles of Nidum.
Yes. last time, especially for on the Chronicles of Nidum. Is everyone ready to play D&D? Actually, that was the first question.
No,
I was thinking of giving it a miss. Actually, I've been having some fun on Beat Saber today. I thought I
I'm
might
gonna
carry
go
on.
play with my lightsaber.
Yeah.
I have some frogs.
Hey,
ready to
babe, when you
roll.
say play with your lightsaber,
Look
do
at
you
those
mean
frogs.
Last time on the Chronicles of Nidum, reeling from the betrayal of a close friend, the party had very little time to process Sepsis's disappearance as the Empyrean was still bearing down on their carriage.
That's such a strong word.
A quick chat with it revealed no way out, as he had been tasked by his mysterious master to not only retrieve the book, but also to kill the group that had frustrated his master at many turns. It was at this moment, when the Empyrean joined battle with the Elven Inquisitorial Guard that were on the train, a very different Fives or Vizier appeared, bursting out of the side of the train, hovering in the air before encasing the Empyrean in a wall of force. Saying his psychic goodbyes, he implored Dice to get the train going, and the last the party saw of him as the train moved further along the tracks was him hovering before the Empyrean with the spell beginning to fail. Very quickly, a angry, frustrated Oriana put together a plan, well thought out, and with the use of a timely charm spell, dispatched half of the remaining Inquisitorial Guard on the train. And it was then you were all summoned back to your cabin by Nata Shah and discovered that she had captured someone, a tabaxi who had been looking around the slave carriages. After some mild threats and a lot of questions, you discovered this tabaxi, Quill, was a kindred spirit, someone else in the world in a world of enemies that also wanted the best for the humans on the train. You decided to usurp Quill's position and Quill standing on the train, and very quickly made yourself comfortable in Quill's cabin in first class. It was then that Dice, an artificer with very special flavor, perused Quill's very special book, The Diary of Sir Kai, Knight of the Round. It transported Quill and Dice, the two listening, and let's say Ace was listening as well, into a psychic dreamscape where the words that written in the diary became events that you lived. You discovered the truth of the vanishing 2,000 years ago when King Arthur tried to take magic away from the world, giving nature a chance at determining the fate of every living being. You discovered that it was not Arthur, it was not humans who had ruined the world. It was, in fact, a dark force of magical creatures led by an elf. It was after this things began to become murky, and you came back to yourselves aboard the train, having lived these experiences, having felt the emotion. And it was then that we left you, because technical issues forced us to, awake late at night, discussing the events that you had learned from the journal.
Can we please go to bed? It is so late, guys. We need to go to bed.
I think actually Ariana was already in bed.
I woke up because of the book.
Oh, right.
Because while you were in a psychic dreamscape, Dice was still reading out loud, quite loudly.
Yeah. That does sound about right.
We probably should get some sleep.
Please.
Okay.
Please.
We'll discuss it further tomorrow, perhaps.
Maybe. Yeah, sure. Get in bed. I've like pulled the blanket back. There's a space for Dice. I'm like, get in.
Okay. I tend to feel like she's very
Time for the
demanding.
spoon.
Yes, I can tell by how she's in my bed.
I mean, you can join if you want, but
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sleeping.
No, that's quite all right. You make yourself comfortable. I am nothing if not a gracious host.
I will go and hop in and spoon Oriana as the big spoon, despite being significantly shorter. So it's a weird shape, but I mean,
I don't think I can be the little
Jetpack.
spoon.
you can.
I have wings.
Yeah, I'm squidging you. I've wrapped you in them. Fine.
Dice is doing a jetpack.
Hey, Stu.
A jetpack, better than a spoon.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
We go to sleep.
We go to sleep, and Ace
Goes
gets
the
all the
honour.
messes they've already had.
Okay. So you all then eventually make your way into the land of dreams. Some of you have only just left. Dice.
Hi.
As you slip into a dream state, you feel your body getting heavy. It's as if your spirit becomes light. You float out of your body. You can feel the rhythm of the train. You can hear the sound of it moving. And you start to float out of it. And upon appearing in the air above the train, you see energy everywhere. It follows the train. You can almost see off in the distance as you move further and further up into the sky, the line that the train will follow off into the horizon. You can see other lines of energy, cities, towns, farms, but it appears to be erratic or concentrated to small parts of towns and places where people live. There seems to be a pulse to it, a very steady rhythm that you can almost read like a language. It's fake. It's manufactured. The words come to you. It's a machine language, like a music that you can sense. And as you begin to pull all of these things, you feel yourself being pulled. And in a moment, you find yourself in a small, very familiar house. The ceilings are too low. You feel that if you stood up, you'd hit your head. You look at the crossbeam above the front door that you have hit your head on many, many times as you grew up. And you remember that this is the house of your gnome tutors who took so much time and energy teaching you the ways of artificery. You look over to the living area, the living room, but instead of your gnome tutors sitting on one of the chairs, you see a very old, very wizened gnome, no hair, large glasses, cracked. Hello, Dice.
Hi.
It's a pleasure.
The pleasure's all mine.
No, it's not. You've done things in my name that the people I put on your world haven't done in a long time. You've done more in your short life than they've done in the hundreds I've given them.
You are
You've done well.
Flandel Stillskin.
Aye, I like Flandel. Steelskin, it's a moniker. I don't actually have, as you can see, and he shows like completely normal pink gnomish skin.
I have a question. Are you one of the gods trapped this side of the portals? Like Thor, like Odin?
Well, now, that question has many layers. Many layers. Like the truths of the universe. The world is like an onion.
Like ogres. They have layers.
That was very good. I've not heard a joke in a while. That was very good. I like that. Yes. I'll remember that. I think maybe. I tell you what. I'll give you a question. Make it more specific. I'll give you an answer. Trapped is a very strange way of putting it, but I suppose from your point of view, that works.
Would I be able to find you in person in this reality? Where I am now, without traveling through a portal, would I be able to find you?
Oh, aye. Probably.
Also, the other question, and it's probably fairly relevant, is why on earth are you supporting a human? By all accounts, you're not that fond of us.
What do you mean?
That's what the gnomes used to say about you. I just thought you sounded like a nice god.
But we've been friends for countless generations. Of course, we're friends.
Maybe it was based off old myths, I'm not sure, but they always said that you were not fond of humans.
Have you not learned by now, Dice, that you shouldn't believe everything people tell you?
But they keep telling me that I'm worthless and should be stepped on, so I take that with a pinch of salt.
Good. Because that's a lie.
Thank you.
And to be fair, you do have the power to crush a lot of the people who say those things to you. So, you know.
Not the Inquisitor, and he is the biggest bastard of all, I think.
Well, no, not on your own. But you have friends.
I have another question, if you have the time. I know I'm asking a lot.
I might.
Mordred. Is he still around? Is he still controlling what the elves do? Based on the book that we read today. Well, I say read. Based on the book we imagined today.
That's a name that has not been uttered by at least one of my followers in a very long time.
Good. He sounds like a wanker.
Oh, he was. Mordred was the kindest and most just elf in all of the lands, in all of the plains, in fact. But he sought adventure, he sought new experiences, he sought to break boundaries, find new knowledge. And after one long journey, he returned from a place that none of the gods could track him through. We could not scry his location or what he was doing. And when he returned, he came back changed. And that was the beginning of the end. Well, for the world as we knew it then. But just because I haven't heard his name does not mean he's not still around. And if he learned to hide himself once, perhaps he's doing it again.
I wondered if perhaps he had made the deal that gave the elves the power they have now, rather than the power of nature they came from.
Now you're getting to it, though. Everything needs power. Everything needs energy. Things need things to work. So,
Well, life needs life to live.
Life needs things to live.
where are they getting that from? That's the question.
Do you know what's west of Avalon and whether it even matters? It's the first chance I've had to have a conversation with you. I thought I'd ask the big questions.
Nothing.
How is that possible? There can't be nothing. If the world is round, Sepsis didn't believe that, but if the world is round, then there has to be something west of Avalon because everything goes west and everything goes east.
Oh, don't get me wrong. You're misunderstanding me. There was something once. A fine land. Nature. Untouched and serene and beautiful as far as the eye could see. Now, I cannot penetrate the darkness that surrounds that land.
So perhaps it's not that there's nothing there, but that what is there is hidden, and hidden well.
It's not hidden. It's gone.
Like a gone away bomb? Something removed it from the planet?
I don't know. Strangely, that's the second thing you've asked about that was hidden from the eyes of gods and mortal.
It's frustrating to have something I cannot find the answer to. I want to know what was there, what is there, there can't be nothing there.
And do you plan to stop seeking knowledge just because it's frustrating for you?
No, of course not.
And do you expect answers straight away all of the time?
No, but if I can get them, I'm happier.
Well, keep looking and perhaps eventually you'll get the answer. And then you can tell me and we'll both be happy.
If I find out, I promise I'll let you know. Did Vizier get away from the Empyrean?
Oh, no.
It may fall within your remit, a little.
I'll have to have a look.
I'd like to know he's okay.
I'll let you know if I can.
Thank you. Is there something you wanted of me? As you're here, I've asked you 100 questions and I'm sorry. I feel like you're my best friend that I've known for my whole life and it's easy to talk to you.
Your people are not the only ones enslaved in the Empire.
I've noticed.
The deep gnomes rose to supremacy, turned away from gods like myself and the technologies. The artistry I inspired in my people is being used for dark things, one of which you are riding on as we speak. The train in itself is not dark, a slave train, however.
We're trying to fix that.
I know.
I know you know.
And so far you're doing a good job. But when you get to Paras, you will see what the enslaved gnomes have wrought at their master's request. Perhaps you can split your purpose a little. Help them.
So, while in Paras, I am to rescue humans, do everything I can to rescue the Queen of the Drow, and to do what I can to free some gnomes. I'll do my best.
Powers and abilities like yours and the ones your friends possess are not given to common folk.
No.
You are meant to be a hero, Dice.
Yeah, the humans came up with a nickname for me that I'm not 100% comfortable with. The humans on the train, I mean. Mostly because my armor's not made of iron. The humans with magic were the only ones left. That was what I took from the book. The ones without magic were taken away. Did they live? Are they still out there somewhere, separated from our own reality? Do you know?
Somewhere. Nowhere I can go. But yes, they're somewhere.
Something can be done, it can be undone.
If that's what's best,
I don't know.
then find out.
I will. Maybe Ari should have a conversation with Hades. Hades may know more.
The fire starts to die. The room grows dark.
Oh, you have to go.
No, you're waking up. And there's one more dream you have to have before you do. So, I'll see you later. You've got work to do.
Bye.
And he nods over to the old work table where you used to make your artificery drawings and your blueprints. And there's paper, quill, ink. It's all there. And you find yourself being pulled towards the table. And as you look down, you see the sending stones, the ones you've been working on the train. There are countless pictures, 100 different ideas of things you can do with them. The one on top right now is a stone that sends almost intent instead of thoughts. It almost seems to work in the control crystal or the control sigil that surrounded the crystal on Fives' chest before you broke it. Perhaps if it was linked to another piece of technology that had no mind of its own, you could remotely tell that piece of technology what to do.
Like a remote control.
Mm.
Okay.
And with that, all of the images you see go dark.
I yell just as it's going dark. I go, "It was very nice to meet you in person." In my head.
And again, as you feel your eyes open, you see the morning sunlight beam in through the window of the train, finding yourself in first class. You think, just on the edge of your hearing, you can hear a gnome, a soft gnome chuckle.
When I wake up, is everyone else awake or is it just me?
You too? You wake up the next morning.
In which case I will shake Ori and go, "I met my god! I met my god! I met my god!" This happens to you guys all the time. This doesn't happen to me.
Ace is going to spring up hearing that and be like, "Oh, what are they like?"
Really sweet.
As if coming from the dead, just like,
Oh, gods. It was like a grandpa. He was lovely. I love him.
it's good to hear.
What time is it?
Oh, I have no idea. Sorry.
Early.
I look at my watch.
What time is it?
You look at your clock. You look at your watch, Oriana, and it is around about 7 a.m.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
The breakfast cart will be open now.
We don't have to go to the breakfast carriage.
Oh,
though.
we've got room service. There's a little bell on the wall.
The-
Oh.
I'll reach up and dingle the bell.
Right.
Anyway, sorry, you
So what did you have to say?
no, hang on. Everyone's being awfully casual about this. The gods are gone, aren't they?
No.
No, not at all.
We covered this with you last night.
I can see why you're confused, though. I totally understand. It is.
Give me a second. You did say something about the gods being contactable last night. Sorry.
Although this is the first time Flandel has come to me. I've felt him before, but this was the first time we've ever had a conversation. It was like meeting a famous person.
Flandel.
He's a
What-
gnome god.
Oh, I see. You're very tall for a gnome.
I'm not a gnome.
I-
Don't be silly.
No,
Ariana's more gnome than I am.
she's also very tall for a gnome.
It's not a blood relation.
I understand.
It's the wonderful, my granny adopted me. She's a gnome.
Yeah, but I mean, you grew up with gnomes. I was just.
Yes, I was raised by a gnome.
So you're more gnome than I am.
I have not known any difference.
I have not known.
You must have bonked your head a lot growing up.
Both of us.
Oh, well, to begin with, but Granny worked as sort of the town healer, so the house was designed that anyone could come in.
Ah, I see.
I did get hurled off quite a lot when I put things in high places.
And
I didn't mean to.
The workshop I grew up in was not made for humans, and Ori would occasionally visit me. And while I'm taller than a gnome, Ori is obviously significantly taller than me. And every time she walked in, you'd just hear, "No."
It was the horns. I kept forgetting about my horns.
Yes,
I'd
understandable.
duck and my horns would still catch.
And my understanding is that you didn't grow up around many others with such magnificent head ornaments.
No, the other tieflings in the village were the same as the ones you see around here.
Yes, you are an interesting.
Yes, I'm unique and not often seen. I have been told every day since I left.
Very special.
Jolly good.
I'm the prettiest tiefling ever, and I give Ori a kiss on the cheek.
There was talk of breakfast.
Yes, I dingled. It's not instantaneous. You
There
understand.
is a rap at the door.
I
And
held
the
it
door
up.
slides open,
Come in.
and it's the same waiter from the previous evening. Bonjour, good morning. You wish refreshments, breakfast,
Yes, please.
pastries, continental, hot drinks?
Yes, all of that, and I would like bacon and eggs.
Oui, and for everyone, not just yourself. Monsieur.
Everybody, bacon, eggs.
Okay,
Just the pastries for me and a latte.
Oui. And you can see him kind of duck out and speak quietly to another waiter and give him your order and send him off.
Point to Ori and go, "Lattes," while he's not looking.
Oh, there has been, there are new rules about the train that I must explain to you after all the
Please.
events of the previous evening. It is, of course, you were all witness to the events of the previous evening. There was a strange rebel attack on the train, at least according to the inquisitors that we have left. And they have explained that many of their men died thwarting this. However, they do believe there
It's
may
gravy
be a sympathizer
time.
or more than one that are aboard the train. So
How dreadful.
How
of
terrible.
course, terrible.
Yes.
But because unfortunately their numbers are severely diminished, it is unfortunate, but they are asking that until at least we get to our next stop, people are to remain in their cabins. You, of course, have room service. Your services have not changed. However, you are asked, please do not leave the cabin.
Well, what possible reason could I have to want to leave such luxurious quarters as these?
Of course. It is. There will be, of course, an Inquisitor station. So, should you hear anything or see anything happen, there will be an Inquisitor station watching the first-class carriages, the food carriages, and the rear carriages as well. The rear will be a lot easier for the two that will be watching it, as we are locking everyone in standard class into their cabins.
Quite right.
You may still obviously open if you need to stretch your legs, but please stay to your carriage, only up and down the corridor outside. No more or no further than this.
Well, it brings me personally great confidence and comfort that there will be a fine and upstanding member of the Inquisition in the corridor, protecting us from such brigandry and chaos as has beset this train thus far. Please pass along my compliments.
Of course. If there is nothing else, I will go and find out where your food is, and it will be along shortly.
No, that's it. Thank you very much.
And he closes the door behind him and leaves.
So we have to say we're quarantined.
Well, I mean, yes, officially, but I wouldn't be.
It doesn't bother me enormously.
I think I would bet on us to be able to work out a way around this restriction.
Well, I have invisibility. You have said that you're fairly stealthy, and I only want to visit the humans once a day at the moment anyway, so it's okay.
And I have no desire to leave this room. How
Nice.
far
I
away
have
are we
some
from the next
desire to
stop?
leave this room just for exercise purposes.
Run up and down the corridor, I assume.
We could spar if you like.
Ori, you said.
How
How
far
far?
from the next stop?
Are you asking me or everyone else?
Everyone.
Okay. Okay.
I imagine Quill would
mine.
know.
At least one of you knows then
Yep.
that the next stop is about 5 days away.
5 days, sorry. Give or take.
Okay.
I have plenty of reading material if you'd like to borrow a book or two. a couple of novels, the detective thriller, if that's to your taste.
I asked Flandel about Mordred.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes.
He said it was a name he'd not heard for a long time, but that he had no reason to suppose that Mordred might not still be around, basically.
Oh, great. I always thought the whole Arthurian thing was an actual fairy tale. Turns out that's real too.
It could well be. And what's interesting about it is somebody had to make the deal to get the elves the darker power that they're wielding now, right?
Wouldn't that mean
Quite possibly
Merlin is still
Mordred.
around?
From the sounds of things.
The wizard?
No,
Well,
Merlin.
that's the thing. I don't know if Merlin was a wizard or a sorcerer, and I kind of want to know because he had the hat.
Clearly a
He'd
wizard.
have the hat.
No, I mean, it's obvious. I mean, aside from the fact that he had a hat, it's obvious that Merlin was a wizard. No sorcerer could accomplish such powerful feats without the necessary study and devotion to one's craft.
However, Merlin is not still around because when Arthur threw the sword into the portal, Merlin was gone. The
Yes.
same as Arthur. So Merlin went at the same time, but Mordred didn't, and the elves obviously have taken over. So I'm wondering.
Yeah, it seemed like their plan backfired.
Well,
Unless they took all the non-magical humans to a different plane.
That's what I think they did. And I asked Flandel about that as well, and he didn't really know, but he said that he thinks they're still there somewhere.
But then you'd imagine that all the humans now are descended from magical humans, so wouldn't they all have a magical trait? And maybe that's why they're being enslaved, so they never work that out?
It sounds likely, because if they don't tell them that they have that ability, then they're never going to learn. Like we've encountered people that don't understand how me and Dice can use any sort of magic.
And look at the two little girls. They were super powerful.
Yes.
Or one of them at least was. Perhaps the other one was too. I don't know. It depends what my mother's done with them since. But it's interesting that if humans were taught correctly, there is every chance that they would have magical ability, maybe only the rank of sort of hedge witch or whatever, but or herbalist or the ones in Nidum. We talked about this they last night. They all had some magical ability. My laptop is not on charge.
It's quite a revelation to me. I have, only this past year known that humans were capable of higher order thought and basic arithmetic. And I've obviously come along since then, and this past year I've even had some small success in freeing humans from slavery, but I haven't met any who are capable of such feats as you two are.
Yes, basic arithmetic.
No, you have to.
They also might not know.
I know
have that ability.
I know now. I understand now, but you have to understand this is what we're raised believing, that humans are certainly smarter than pack animals, but not as smart as those of us who live in houses. It's monstrous.
It is.
It's interesting. The way they control the humans is fascinating to me because they do it through lies. You know the cuffs that humans wear. Have you been across the water?
Yes, I come from across the water.
Oh, of course you do. You did say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a lot of information last night. Give me a break.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so across the water, you know the cuffs that they wear.
Yes.
Once upon a time, if you pulled the crystals out of those, it would kill the person who removed the crystal.
Mhm.
But over time, the lie was enough to stop people doing that. So they removed those extra enchantments for cost purposes, probably. So most of those braces, you can just rip the crystals out and they don't work anymore.
I believe it. My first attempt at freeing humans, I was at a mine outside of not far from where I live.
Mine.
And yes, a small operation, and I cut the chains and left open the gates, and the humans should have been able to leave their enclosure. And when the Formans arrived the next day, they were all still just milling around there. No, hadn't taken the initiative, as it were.
Not so much the initiative as they were too scared.
They're afraid
Yes.
that they're going to die.
I mean, where would they go? And anyway, even if they did go, where would they go? Wouldn't
Indeed,
be long before they're captured.
it's
There's multiple steps to saving humans. I do like the idea that the fall of the Empire could be as a result of budget cuts.
Good way to start, right?
Or materials.
Hmm.
I
Tried to
This
put
is
the
just
money into
like
something
Like
else.
giggling at the thought.
hey, sorry. I also asked what was west of Avalon.
Oh,
All right.
what did they have to say?
Nothing. But not that there was nothing. There was something there, a beautiful place full of nature and wonder, and there was more. But it was a very nice place. And something happened and it's gone. Not just like when they say there is nothing west of Avalon, it's meant literally.
Well, is it the whole place shifted plane?
I don't know. None of the gods have been able to penetrate it to see
I
what is.
wonder if there's
Well,
a
that would make sense because the gods can't travel across planes at the moment.
So if it's extraplanar, that would make perfect sense.
Maybe.
So
Maybe
there's
we'll have
something
to
there.
travel there at some point.
I would like to.
Eventually.
I would
I mean,
like-
if we keep going east, we'll go around, right?
that's what I figured.
Maybe
should,
instead of
uh,
asking what's west of Avalon, we should ask what's really far in the east.
Like way far in the east before you reach
Where's
Avalon.
the furthest point you can reach?
Before, yeah, what is the closest thing to Avalon if you went around from the east?
Also,
Good
you guys
question.
have
what would I know? Like, what's the farthest east thing that I know, Bray?
Very quickly opens a globe.
No, well, as Quill, you would have grown up with maps, and being, you know, a member of a
Educated.
big trading family, you especially would have seen a lot of different maps as you were growing up. The furthest east, well, to you, it's described very differently. Because in the language of, obviously, the Tabaxi, especially a trading family, it is what is in a place, not the name of it, that is important. The furthest east is a huge land. You know that it is guarded. However, it is incredibly rich in silks, spices, tea, and food sources, other rich foods. But there is a people who very fervently guard their borders. But it is a human land.
Is it interesting that you ask that? Because my understanding is that there is a human civilization far to the east, and a very closely guarded one, rich in several materials that can't be found within the Empire.
How is it possible then that people believe humans to be stupid if they can run their own country, place, whatever?
Yes, it doesn't stand up to scrutiny, does it?
Imperial
it's amazing.
propaganda basically says it's a backwater.
It's amazing the degree to which you just accept what you're told all your life, even if there are contradictions within it.
I would like to have a look at the book, if I may, Quill, perhaps together to see if we can work out how to read more of it. We have a few days.
Yes, certainly. I mean, we're confined to quarters. After breakfast, I don't want to get greasy fingers on the. It's very old.
I look down at the slight engine grease on my finger and subtly wipe it off. Absolutely.
How did you get that in the bed?
It was in my armor. I'm always wearing armor. What do you want from me?
Wait, you slept in your armor?
Sure, it's comfortable.
hazards of the adventuring lifestyle, I suppose. I personally,
Yeah, armor.
I personally stick to
Looked
leather.
at myself.
As I find it a little bit more flexible. But
You should see what this armor can do. Actually, we should be perhaps a little more aware of each other's abilities. Obviously, I know what Ori and Ace are capable of, and they know me. But you are an enigma, so perhaps a little spar each at some point today.
You'd have to read a book first.
I have read books. I am actually like sat there with my spell book.
Airing your spells
sort
for
of,
the
like,
day.
scanning over while this conversation is going on, sort of one eye on everybody and one eye on the spell book. I have prepared my spells for the day.
Oh, we had a long rest, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which means I have the hit point I got punched out of me back.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if I could
Were
hear
you mortally wounded, Quill?
No, Quill can take it a little bit better than Sepsis could.
much less drama over the punch.
Yeah, even though Quill actually has less health than Sepsis did.
We could, if you wanted, I could try and set up some sort of training dummy. I'm sure I could create something
Well,
for you in here.
A little friendly sparring between traveling companions seems.
I'll leave that to you guys. Sparring isn't something I do
I mean, I mostly use lightning.
unless you want the rest of the train to catch fire.
Okay, lightning does do less damage to the train itself than fire. Yeah, Ori is very fire oriented.
I can control the fire, but I can only control so much of the fire.
Quill looks at the two shelves that he's put his books on, against one wall. And it's just like,
Also,
yeah,
it's been so long since, I had a surge.
perhaps
Yeah,
another.
I feel like I'm overdue.
Well,
That's just jinxing it.
surely that's
Probably.
personal and private information.
I could set up.
I'm sure I explained to you that I have wild magic.
Yes, I was. What that was an innuendo, a sort of off-color implication that I did there.
Right. While we're waiting
Right.
for breakfast, I'm just going to clear like a space at the back of the carriage, move things out of the way, and I'm going to put metal mesh across the wall. There's a reason.
Okay.
So if I hit anything with lightning, it goes into the mesh. And
Well, now I know your sense of humour.
Where are you getting the metal mesh from?
not actually mesh, it's just copper wire that I'm stringing across in crosses to make it like
Okay.
a I have loads of copper wire.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll allow that. That's fine.
I've got time.
You're making like a chain link fence of copper wire.
Maybe have gaps, but just so that it catches if I use lightning or whatever, we've got something to aim for that's not the wall.
Okay.
That's the theory.
Cool.
Stick some padding behind it, a bit of cloth, we'll make something.
Okay. My camera's gone all blurry. Hi, hello.
Yeah, why'd you smear Vaseline all over the lens? Seems like a bad idea.
Because of what he was doing earlier.
He didn't smear it; it's just splattered.
Yeah.
There we go. That's better. I just wiped it off with my.
Yeah.
There we go. It's working.
Definitely, that's how that works.
Okay. So, Quill reads dice. You're preparing the sparring area.
Yeah.
Oriana?
Having breakfast, smoking.
Cool. Sorry, Ace?
I'll smoke by an open window so I don't hotbox the room.
Ace is just going to be munching down on the bacon and eggs for a bit. If they've arrived, have they arrived yet?
Yes, they arrived.
Cool.
Yeah, Ariana's just lounged out on a big lavish bed, smoking.
Taking in some
Latte
wine.
in the other hand. Just chill. Bit of meditating.
I would like to take a short rest at some point, and I'm going to switch over to Guardian armor,
Mm-hmm.
just so I can show Quill the difference between the two, because it makes me laugh, and I haven't
Okay.
got Guardian armor for a while.
I probably should mention as well something that people might notice is that every so often around the there's a little weasel that darts around the room.
You got a weasel?
Yeah, got a little.
It called... Never mind. What's its name?
Are you asking Quill that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually new to me. It's a spell that I learned on the road not too long ago. I hadn't thought to name the little creature yet. Do you have any suggestions?
Horace.
Horace the Weasel. I like it. Yes.
I'd say
here
at this
for
point, although he's not been mentioned in ages, that Honey sticks his head out then from his little papoose bag.
I'll tempt Horace over and feed him a little bit of meat.
You quickly find there's a badger in front of you instead.
Hey, Honey has seen some shit.
Honey has seen
Honey
some
is-
shit. He just keeps to himself now.
Yeah, Honey stays in his papoose. He's happy. He's safe. He has seen
like-
some stuff.
It's like Edgar from the last campaign. He was just in the pocket all the time,
Yeah.
seeing all the things go down.
I'm pretty
I
sure
died
Edgar
so
was
many
undead.
times.
Edgar was undead. Edgar was just.
Edgar should not have survived some of the shit he did.
Edgar drowned like
You wouldn't
10
let him
times.
die.
I know.
The plan was always
He won't
that
let
he would
Honey die either. Or just go.
Charlie tried to leave Honey behind at one point.
I tried.
It didn't work out.
It's fine.
Yeah, so you quickly find there's a young badger in front of you.
Oh, who's this?
That's Honey.
Well,
Honey's seen some
Honey,
shit.
it's a pleasure to meet you, and I offer my hand to shake.
Aww.
The bride controls Honey.
Honey
Imagine
just
Honey just goes.
Honey sniffs at it.
I see, and I offer Honey a little bit of bacon.
Snatches it out of your hand, almost biting your finger.
Oh, okay. Well,
Manners, Honey.
And he just kind of looks up at you, cocking an eyebrow, going, "Who this guy?"
Who dat?
He's Sepsis's replacement.
rude. I don't consider myself to be anybody's replacement.
It's the easiest way for Honey to understand.
Okay. Well, am I similar in physical appearance to your department?
Oh no.
Oh,
Hello.
Sepsis was lying to us.
Oh,
About what?
that's absolutely uninteresting information to me. I'm going to continue reading.
62 episodes.
What exactly? was it
Worm.
like?
Worm wasn't dead.
Oh.
Oh.
So when I went back to the carriage when Vizier sent me to the train to the front of the train to make it move as fast as possible to get away from the Empyrean, Worm was there and had stung all of the goblins to knock them out, and they were thinking and it was Worm, not creature. Unless all imps look identical, which I think is very, very unlikely. It was Worm, and
Such a weird thing to lie about.
There were
Well,
other
they did slip up, didn't they? But they sort of convinced us that it was a slip of the tongue.
but they lied about that, and they lied so convincingly. Both of us believed them,
I'm
right?
going to be
Hmm.
entirely honest with you, Dice. I'm pretty sure Sepsis lied about a lot of things. I just stopped caring after a while.
I think you're
The
probably
Sepsis doesn't sound like the best of traveling companions.
Oh, they were dodgy as fuck.
Sepsis was involved with the death of the guard in Rich. Where were we? Help me. Nev? It was way back. It wasn't Porthtal, it was Nev, I think.
He is muted.
Got it.
Got it.
The one where you, the one
Galen.
time, the one and only time that you actually succeeded in your insight check against Sepsis, I think it was about the information about Kaelin.
Yeah, it was Kaelin.
He was
It
involved.
was
They were involved in the disappearance of Kaelin.
Kaelin being the one that wanted to get to know me better.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one.
The one who'd made the bet.
Yeah,
It was actually quite sweet on the whole.
I made notes.
Let he who has never killed an elven guard cast the first stone, right?
It wasn't like that though. We kill people if or for me at
If
least,
the needs be.
if the need be. We're not out to just kill people for fun.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Well,
sure
no, that
Sepsis
would
was
be-
sneaking off to do some really dodgy shit.
That would be sick.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Sepsis also read that book. Did I? I'm sure Sepsis said the name of the book, but I can't confirm it without going back and listening. So.
Just as a side note, I realised I know the Inquisitor's name
What's his name?
because I have it written down.
What's his name?
It's Norman.
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 You named him Norman. Richard, we need to talk.
That's right. The overseer was called
Named him
JN.
after my snail.
Wait a minute, Norman Osborn?
It's amazing when
the
you look
Inquisitor-
back at
Did you
your
name
notes,
him
you
after my
suddenly remember
snail,
a bunch of shit.
The Inquisitor 1,000,000% better not be the fucking Green Goblin.
I mean, he's either
Anyway.
the Green Goblin or my snail. I don't know which one will be better.
There is a knock at the door.
I put my helmet up.
It's the DM.
He's saying,
You all
get
shut
back
up."
on track.
You all shut up about this.
Shut up and put your notes away.
No, there's a knock at the door. Monsieur,
Who is it?
the Papier Journal?
Who
Your
is that?
no, Monsieur, and the waiter opens the door, and he's holding a large
Garçon.
sheaf of papers, bound with what looks like gold-colored string.
Aha. You
Um,
brought me a present.
no, Monsieur. I'm sorry. First-class passengers, unless you are unaware, get news. This is
Yes.
you are
The
from Albion,
papers.
yes?
I am indeed.
The paper news.
Yes, thank you. Please.
Oui.
Uh,
It is included in your room.
yes,
Um,
yes. I remember.
And he takes a sheaf of papers, maybe about 10 sheets of parchment thick, and hands them to you.
Thank you very much. I do enjoy the crossword.
You're welcome. Au revoir. And he closes the door. You get the feeling that
A
he's
slightly
waiting.
awkward gentleman.
You get the feeling that he's kind of like waiting for something every time he's about to leave.
I think he's waiting for a tip.
Mm.
Yes, I imagine so.
Oh.
I'm not particularly keen on tipping the wait staff on a slave train.
I mean, that's not their fault. I can't imagine they had much control over what the train carries. They're just doing their jobs.
I wonder how much they get paid.
Probably not.
I mean, if they're paid a fair wage, then fair enough, don't tip. But if they're not and they're living off tips,
I mean, that's a big deal for them, right? I mean, it's okay
it's
for
a
us.
shitty economy to do it that way.
It is a shitty economy to do it that way, but you know, some places work like that apparently.
What's in the news?
I grab the newspaper and open it up. What's in the news, Brian?
You do not.
I was just thinking, campaign 1, you reform the prison system and the National Health Service of Faerun. Campaign 2, you're going to change.
We're going after the gig economy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine.
Living
okay.
wage for all.
There's 100% no chance that you snatch this paper away from me. I'll roll a contested sleight of hand if you like.
Is this more than one paper, isn't it?
Oh no, it's the 10 sheets that he's been given are bound
Ah.
along one edge by
Right.
gold string. It is, as you look at the paper, it's of a quality you have not seen before, Quill. The parchment itself is strong, but much thinner than that inside the books and the scrolls that you use for your wizardry and your spell work. It is, as you look at the page, it becomes evident to you very quickly that the ink was not written on. There are no mistakes. Everything is very uniform. If there were lines on the paper, you would see that the writing would follow them perfectly. You've heard of this being a thing in the Empire, not so much in Albion, but it would seem that this is not printed, but paper that is given information and magically it becomes transcribed upon it.
Mhm.
Reserved only for the rich, as in first-class passengers on a land train.
Yeah.
It does appear to be the news of the Empire in general. The main stories that stand out to you: Albion in disarray, the Picts from the north, and the humans from Cimbria still running amok. The elves have not sent an answer. Tau has had an uprising. The slave quarter is emptied. Cardiff is under siege, but rumors abound that it is under siege by the nature around it, not any mortal being. Porthtal has not been heard from in a month. News of the Empire is much more settled. The war force that has traveled to the east reports that things go well. Talks with Gracia are progressing. The Carpathians are proving difficult to make headway into. However, traveling throughout the day is making it much easier, and then bedding down at night. The Vampire Council of Carpathia will soon fall, according to the news story. You also see then that you go to the back page, as you tend to do in the newspapers. Stocks in your family's company are up. They're doing very well.
Pleased to hear it.
And you do discover a little bit more information about the young Prince of the Realm's birthday celebration. He is due back in a month and a half's time to celebrate the end of his birthday. However, the capital of Paras is having festivities for the entire month that should begin around about the same time as the train arrives in Paras. Those festivities will begin with markets that will have items from all over the Empire and beyond. It will also then include a lot of parties. You're basically now reading the celebrity pages. Who's who and where will they be, or where do people think they will be? Whose parties to go to, whose parties to avoid.
Does it say anything about the Inquisitor? I'm asking Quill.
I'm looking.
Norman.
It does not.
No, nothing about him.
Let's be honest,
It we'll be getting into Paraz at quite an exciting time.
Let's be honest, he's never exactly seemed to be the type to, have fun.
What's going on in Rich? What do we call Wales as a whole?
Cymru.
Imria, thank you. I'm very tired today, guys.
Well, it sounds like it's going quite badly.
For the elves?
Well,
all of the towns, quite badly for the elves. All of the towns appear to be in some form of revolt or other in the south, and there doesn't appear to have been any headway made by the elven army into the north of Cambria.
Kadith, you said something about nature?
Yes, under attack by nature itself, apparently. That's quite curious. Anyway, seems like we got out of Albion just in the nick of time.
Ori, who do we know in Kadith? Lots of people. Father.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think
The whole gang.
Message Father and find out more information? That's very interesting. But if you don't have the time or the energy, that's fine. I'm just...
No, I can. I'll send a message to Father.
Okay.
Paper suggests Kaidid under siege by nature.
Question mark?
What is going on? Is everyone okay? No, okay is one word. Anything else? You want to say anything else? I've got 6 words, guys.
I'm trying to remember what job we're supposed to be doing for him while we're over here, and I have completely forgotten that we had one we were supposed to be doing until this very moment right now.
You pass on my respects.
No.
Rich, what's the job? Dice would know this.
What?
The job.
Oh, sepsis has run off. Bad person.
Fine.
Just
Send.
Before you do the response, what's the job we're supposed to be doing for Father that it got us across the continent and he helped us get here for?
Just literally a job.
There was something in particular we were supposed to do.
No, there was a pretense
yeah.
Okay.
that you had to act out to get across. However, you didn't actually take Father's route.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
You
Carry on.
took an alternative route into the Underdark.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so the papers that you would have required from doing the work for Father didn't ever materialize. You didn't need them.
Okay, all right, carry on then.
Okay, so there's one last story that catches your eye, and it seems like a tall tale. Sorry, a response to Oriana. I apologize. Just, yeah. It takes a moment, Ori, sorry, but
Sorry.
you do get a quick response. Eventually, Cardiff has nothing to do with me. However, Portal, Tau, that was us.
Okay. I relate this.
You have
Well, Tau
interesting
makes
friends,
sense.
it seems.
But it seems like the rebellion is taking place in Partau and Tau. And
I wonder if Natasha knows more about what's happening in Cadiz. It's just interesting. We'll find out later. I'm sure she'll show up at some point today.
I mean, we did release
Possibly.
a lot of people
Hmm.
in Cardiff. It could have been any of them.
Yeah, but nature attacking, that's a lot of power.
Hmm.
I mean, that's a lot of power. None of us could do that.
sounds like a pissed off druid.
But a powerful one, right? Not...
Or a lot of them.
Where did we meet the dryads?
They were near Portal, I thought.
Tau.
Tau.
Oh, Tau. Okay.
Right
Right,
north of the town.
Is,
and they
is
came
there
back.
is there anything to discover rolling Arcana about this?
About what? The nature? The nature
Yeah,
attacking the town?
anything that could explain that.
If you want to, yeah, roll an Arcana check for me.
Yeah, we'll join you.
17.
Yeah, fuck it. No.
25.
25, 17, and no?
6.
6, okay.
I am too high.
Okay. Dice and Quill. You've heard stories about nature attacking people, structures, entire cities. No, but from what you can tell, shambling mounds, earth elementals, if enough dryads were in the mix, they could probably cause an entire city an issue. However, as far as you're both aware, they're quite rare.
From the detail in the story, Rich, does it sound like it would be anything to do with the Fae in general?
From the detail in the story, it seems like farms have dried up or are growing inedible crops and are overgrowing. They're choking trade routes, they're choking the roads. Roads that were once clear are now covered by a forest that is like a couple of 100 years old and should not be there, like as if the trees have moved. Whereas there were a few owl bears that would stay away from a large force, there seems to be a roving pack of them.
Would I know any fairy stories that might sound like this that I might have read as a child, or Quill might, for that matter.
Well, I might.
Or, yeah,
If
any.
anything Ori did read was fairy tales.
Oh yeah, loads.
Hmm.
About nature fighting back, fairies a deal broken with a fairy, an angry god.
Well,
Pissed off druid, no.
the elves did lose, did split with the Feywild, right? It just,
I mean, if the Fae have finally decided to take back.
something of this scale, it sounds like.
Kemria is the furthest west that the Empire stretches. It's probably hard for them to organize a swift response to any kind of resistance there.
I don't think they'd even have any way to respond. Their magic's fake, so.
I don't think that it's not so much fake as it is from a corrupted source. But I think that getting hit by it probably hurts just as badly as if it were.
Oh, yeah. I just don't think it's any competition.
Not against if the Feywild was involved. I don't know. There's something about it that screams Fey to me. But maybe I'm.
And if there's one thing we were all taught, it's don't fuck with the Fae.
That's something that even got bled through into Par's teachings.
It's just one of the things. Well,
as the rest of them continue to ask questions and discuss what this could be, having obviously been to the city, wanting to find out as much more information as you can, you scan back over the paper again. And a section you would normally ignore, you find your eyes fall on the rumor pages, not just the celebrity gossip pages, the tall tales, the fanciful stories from around the Empire. The first one you read makes no real sense to you. It's about a strange giant that seemed to break out of the Knights Temple in the middle of Londinium.
the Gothcus. No, sorry. Magic.
And basically cut a scar through the buildings of Londinium until it got into the outskirts and then disappeared south into the wilderness. A strange, large, ogre-like giant. And that was about a month ago. They called it
strange for giants to be large.
They called it, the paper calls it the Jolly Green Giant.
Green Giant.
Because as it broke and snapped elves in half and broke through the buildings and caused so much damage and catastrophic damage, it appeared to laugh the entire time.
Sounds psychotic.
There's nothing about, dragons in Portal, right?
Nothing about dragons in Postal.
Just checking.
Just the Jolly Green Giant breaking out of the
Does that
temple.
ring any bells of anything I've read in the past? I'm happy to roll history or intelligence or anything.
You've been to the Knights Temple
Yeah.
in Londinium.
I don't.
Did you go into the cells in the basement with sepsis?
I don't remember.
No, we didn't.
Okay, then no. Doesn't ring any bells for any of you.
Fucking sepsis.
The second story you read is slightly more worrying. And it is about, that they are much more prevalent in the Empire, at least on the continent, airships of different makes, different abilities. There is a rumor of an airship seemingly made of a giant squid and a huge shell has been seen flying over the Empire erratically, and apparently kidnapping and snatching people out of farms and towns as it goes.
He's ripping off Baldur's Gate again.
Ori,
Yeah.
Ori, the giant ship, the illithid in the giant ship.
What about it?
Read it. And I make Ori.
Shove it in my face. Like, okay. Oh, shit.
Oh, we could have stopped that. Oh no.
Well, it's happening now. We can't stop everything.
They suck people's brains out.
I'm sure
That
the
sounds less
Empire
than
will
pleasant.
deal with it.
Okay, so in the Underdark, there's like three factions, right? There's the Drow, there's the Beholders, less so now, and there's the Illithid, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you know
Sure.
what all of these are?
Presumably, Bray.
Roll me an Arcana check, actually.
Sure.
Also, you're not allowed to laugh when you say beholders.
18.
18. Yeah.
We got him back.
You know, in
Still killed
general,
you.
as much as anyone would, having not actually encountered them physically. But yes.
Yes, I've read of them. Certainly.
so
Don't
the
have the
elves-
first-hand experience that apparently you all do, but
That's okay. So the elves were down there trying to wipe out the Drow, and in doing
As
so,
they do.
as they do, and they had made deals with the Beholders and the Illithid, and the Beholder we sorted out. I mean, he killed me first, but then they killed
I
him,
set him on fire.
and then they got me back, and everything was okay.
yes, okay, understand.
Apart from the lingering trauma, and
We
these
did get his treasure.
and these really weird lightning scars. Look.
Those are very interesting.
Thanks, I really like them. I'm actually quite fond. Ace did them trying to save my life. This isn't the point.
Trying, he succeeded. They succeeded.
Actually, I think Sepsis succeeded with the scroll, but Ace helped.
It was a combination.
It was a combination of it, and I'm glad to be alive. The elves in this deal, they were trying to get some sort of control stone to the Illithid for a ship. On the blueprint, it said it was, Rich, is it a Nautilus?
Not a Lloyd.
Nautiloid. Nautilus is a sea creature. On the blueprint, it said it was a Nautiloid. I actually still have the blueprints for this. And I pull out the blueprints for the ship and also the control crystal. And I go, the fact that it's flying over London without this concerns me.
That is
Sorry. Just as an aside, it's not flying over Londinium. It's flying over the Empire.
It's flying over where we are.
It's over the continent.
Okay, the fact that it's flying over the continent is of huge concern to me, although we do have a control crystal for it, which is useful. I'm going to put that back in the bag, actually. But the Illithids suck people's brains out and kill them.
You'd think that striking deals with such types, it would be hard for the elves to continue to see themselves as the good guys in this conflict.
You'd think, wouldn't you? But it
You
doesn't.
think that someday, some pair of elf soldiers would be there in the Underdark making deals with the Illithid, and they'd have this, they'd have a thought of like, are we the bad guys?
Actually, some of them were willing to have that thought. There was one in particular who was a very good elf, and unfortunately he died, although he still wants to talk to Oriana, so that's a whole other question. But
Yeah.
You see dead elves?
not usually.
I see I see dead people.
You all have had quite fascinating adventures.
Let's hope you still think so after hanging
You've
out.
been
with
through
us
some
for a while.
stuff.
It seems that
Oh.
way.
We've seen some shit.
I am a little intimidated, if I'm 100% honest.
I mean, if I'm entirely honest, I technically had contact with the dead before we even began adventuring, because,
Because of the Hades thing.
yeah. And I dabble
And so-
with tarot cards and clairvoyancy, and
That sounds...
I used to have a Ouija board.
Yeah, there's that house in
I
Nidum
wouldn't
that
let
no
you
one can
near
go
it.
in anymore because of
Yeah,
the
there's a
Ouija board.
house in Nidum that I've ruined.
ruined?
You don't have
Very haunted now.
not Needham.
I kept forgetting to say goodbye.
Sorry. Needham.
My pa doesn't let it in our house.
Speaking of, what is a Nidum?
Sorry.
Oh, it was a small area, abandoned area,
Actually,
an hour walk from where we grew up.
I see.
one part of that is completely true. It is abandoned. There is nothing there anymore.
Yeah, it's empty.
Sepsis set fire to a house and made us all wanted criminals.
Again, it feels like maybe
More
there
than a
was
house.
maybe there were red flags with this person that should have been picked up on
They needed to
before you travelled halfway across the continent.
Well, what seems to have happened is I picked up on them and I just stopped caring after a while.
and also
Because you'd question it and they'd have an explanation, so...
and the explanations all made perfect sense, right? Like they'd say things and you'd be like, okay, I get it. Like, fine.
And
They
they
were-
weren't hurting me, so...
They were an
But-
exceptionally accomplished
And
lad.
in fact, if you wanted somebody poisoned, they were quite good to go to for it.
That's true.
I've heard poisoners are described as one of the least honourable.
Still mad they didn't kill that hag in the jewelry store.
Yeah, that's a shame. However, I will say Sepsis saved my life on a couple of occasions and was very handy in a fight and really did have our backs quite often.
So long as it benefited them.
I don't know, at the time it seemed like they were fighting for us, but looking back, there were more red flags than it seemed. Maybe we all had Stockholm Syndrome.
It's
Again, I just stopped caring.
it certainly seems like you've had an eventful life.
Quill and Ori and Ace, actually, in general. You should know that Flandel said that abilities like ours, I don't know what your abilities are, Quill, so I'm including you in this, but really you have to show us before I can truly include you in this.
Yes, were we going to have a sparring match?
We certainly will, but Flandel said that we are destined to be heroes, which is a terrifying concept, or that we should be heroes.
No,
I'm sure that I was not included in this.
I do not want to be a hero.
He wants me to be a hero.
Nobody wants a tiefling to be a hero.
I want a tiefling to be a hero. I'm not leaving you anywhere, so you haven't got the choice. If I'm going to be a hero, you're coming with me.
We're
I
all
don't
in this
wanna.
together.
I don't mind the sound of being a hero. Sounds quite.
Why am I not surprised?
Sounds quite grand.
Now, we have to save not just the drow and the humans now in Paris, but also possibly some gnomes. But we'll get to that later. It's fine.
What's wrong with the gnomes in Paris?
The
Turns out,
succubuses, the tieflings, the...
you know, all of the amazing architecture that the elves are building. They are using.
well, it's obviously not them, yeah.
They're using captive deep gnomes to do it.
Oh,
They got a captive of every race doing different things for them.
The deep gnomes are in with the elves.
Yes.
The normal gnomes, the rock gnomes, the hill gnomes are.
I get it right
ones
when I
that
say it out loud.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
So
Well,
what you're
that's-
saying is that the elves really have got just little factions of captured groups doing different work for them that they then claim the work as their own.
Yeah,
I don't find this particularly hard to believe, given what we know already.
Yeah, true.
makes sense to me. So who do you want to fight first?
Who is?
The elves.
I think.
Heart of the
perhaps your-
problem.
I think perhaps your friend meant in sparring terms.
Okay.
I don't. We could ask one of the Inquisition if they want to come in here to spar, but I think they're on duty rather right now.
As you prepare then,
Yeah.
for your sparring, we're going to go on break. Yes, it is 3 minutes to 9. So we are going to
Waffle
go on
fell out of
break.
his bed.
Oh no, he did.
He melted a
He's
bit.
spilled out.
he has fallen.
Okay, so anyone in
He's
chat
still
right
mostly
now
on his bed.
can be in with a chance of winning the commemorative dice. Even Greg, if they so want, can win the commemorative sepsis dice in the nice little faux reptile skin bag, which is perfect for this giveaway, which is brilliant. But yes,
Sorry.
during the break, enter it
Such
in.
a cute sneeze.
Enter in once. Apparently, it doesn't have to be in capitals. I did not know this, but it doesn't have to be in capitals. But yes, enter in once during the break, once the break has begun, to be in with a chance of winning the dice. And we will make, once the break has begun, AD, and we will make a draw and
just
let everyone
demonstrating.
know at the end. So yeah, while you're on break, please go check out other examples of Blink Dog Dice over on their Facebook or their Etsy store. And also, please don't forget to check out our other sponsor, Loki Battle Mats. We'll be back at about 15:15, giving everyone more than enough time to enter in the word or the name sepsis, SEPSYS,
That's why I'm putting speech marks to show this is.
into the chat. Get your friends to help increase your chances, I suppose. Go grab your friends and tell them to watch us as well. But yeah, we'll be back in 1/4 hour. Thank you very much for sticking with us so far.
See you soon.
Hello and welcome to. Hello, thanks for joining us for part 2 of episode 62 of the Chronicles of Nidum, run by us at Dice of the Beholder and streamed through the this time very accommodating Heavyweight Gaming. Yes, so hey Charlie, in the name of Shane, our friend, unfortunately, who has put in for so many of these but couldn't make it this evening, has won the dice. So I'm gonna finally find out what the postage and packaging to Canada is. It's gonna be fun.
It's not going to be nothing.
Yeah. No, this worth it.
Yeah.
But yes, so Shane will get the dice because Shane is our number 1 fan and has actually been with us since session 1, live, dropped in, I think halfway through session 1 and just started like chatting and just stuck around. Just started turning up every Sunday. It was great. But yes, so it's good that Shane finally won something from us. But yeah, thank you for getting involved in the giveaway. I will remember to do more. There will be one that's going to be on Facebook and Twitter this week. I have already written the posts and taken the pictures to remind myself because I kept promising it and it never came up. But yes, please go follow us on social media and come back next week for another dice giveaway. But without further ado, where we left you, this is probably a question I should have asked in the break, but I'll do it now anyway, so people can see a little bit of behind the scenes. Do you want to play the sparring?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you want me to do? Okay, I won't do a time jump then. That's fine.
Got it.
We'll. Okay. Fine. Let me just get a battle map up. Then. Give me a second.
Well, I mean, what kind of question was that?
I just love when you picked Mochi at the She was like, oh, the fuck is going on?
Okay, cool. So, Greg.
Yes.
Yeah, she was attacking my
I have
headphone
it
cable,
back
so I had to.
painted, but it's the wrong colour. Do you want
Yeah,
me
you
to
might as well use cake.
It's not even cake. It's my other tabaxi swashbuckler.
Oh, yes. Silk.
The one.
Yeah, lovely.
Give me a second. Okay.
That works for me.
Okay. And cool. Okay, who's first up for sparring?
I'd say me, but I'm currently
Hey, if you can bring the
answering
battle
the
map up
cat.
for us.
as she's meeting Snorman for the first time.
I'll go first.
Yeah,
Oh, capital.
she just fell off.
And give me a second. I need to find the most chill battle music I can.
Yeah, we're not very aggressive. Well, I don't know.
We'll see.
I was going to say, I will be gunning for blood because, there's no point doing this if you're not doing it right?
If you're gonna do it right. Do it right.
Also, I do
I'm
think
watching you guys from the bed, so.
is the back door still open, Bri?
Didn't open it.
It's just
Okay.
cold.
That.
Yeah, I'd say that works.
Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. So, who's going first?
What are the rules here? Are we playing to? Are we fighting to first blood, or do you have a threshold? Can we have a moment to prepare? How would you like to do this?
It's until somebody yields, isn't it?
I would say it is until somebody yields. We have healing ability within the group, so it shouldn't be a major problem for us, I would imagine.
Certainly.
So I would say until you are injured enough that you no longer wish to continue.
Sounds
Not
good.
that I'm confident.
Yes. Well, we shall see, I suppose.
See, if Sepsis was in this sparring match, it would be get Splinter while walking across room is too injured to continue.
Yeah, if Sepsis wouldn't be in a sparring match, let's be honest.
Okay, so who's going first? It's Dice and
Dyson Quill
Dice and Quill. Okay, roll for initiative, you two.
will do.
Oh, it's really bad. That's distressing.
It's probably not as bad as mine.
9.
5.
Okay. All right.
both
So
I rolled a natural 1 on initiative.
let's say the mesh is set up on this end of the room. So it is preferable that Dice situates themselves here and Quill there. Okay, Dice. What do you want to do?
I will say, are you ready?
Certainly.
Okay, I'm going to light up both of my gauntlets with sort of crackling energy. And I'm going to run forward and attempt to punch Quill twice to begin with,
Sure.
with my thunder gauntlets. Gauntlets? Words hard.
Okay, roll for attack.
First attack is going to be 22 to hit.
That does hit.
So that's going to be, it's not very high damage, 10 damage.
10 damage, and what damage types?
Thunder.
All of it's thunder damage?
All of it's thunder, yeah.
Okay, I will cast Absorb Elements. So I will halve that to 5. Yeah, there we go. 5 damage.
I'm going to try and hit you again with the same thing.
Uh-huh.
That is significantly higher. That's 26 to hit.
That also hits.
I think. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, that's fine. And that's 8 damage for the second one.
So 4, because I still have resistance to thunder damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Hang on. As a last thing, I'm going to activate my defensive field and give myself 10 temporary hit points.
Seems fair.
Is that the end of your go?
That is not the end of my go, yes.
Cool. Okay. Quill.
Okay, I will start by casting Haste on myself.
Okay.
And I will then, as a bonus action, I will activate my Blade Song.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just calculating my AC now in my head. Because it is higher than it was. Yeah, okay, got it. And then with my extra attack for having haste, I will make an attack against Dice with my rapier.
Cool. Roll to hit.
I will, as soon as I work it. Sorry, with my scimitar is what I meant.
Okay.
It's okay.
Fucking rolled a 4, so that's 14 to hit.
No.
Misses,
Oh, indeed.
unfortunately.
Yeah,
I
that
thought-
misses. And then I will move. I will run up to the other end of the carriage, behind Ace.
Okay. And in the blink of an eye, faster than you can track, Quill is gone.
Okay.
Is that the end of your go?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this space is not that large. So I am going to run down to you and attempt to hit you twice with my thunder gauntlets. That's nothing if not formulaic.
Uh-huh.
Look around. You catch up with them. Okay. Roll the hit.
Yeah, I will. Sorry, I was checking something. The problem with only 2 people being in a fight, you have to pay a lot more attention. That is 25 to hit.
That does hit.
That's going to be 9 damage.
I will cast Absorb Elements. So that'll be 4 damage.
This one might not actually hit for the first time.
Okay.
13.
Absolutely does not hit.
Yeah, that's fine. As a bonus action, then, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself and increase my armor class by 2.
Okay.
And that's it.
Quill?
Yeah, so Quill is going to cast Booming Blade for attack number 1.
Okay.
Because Blade Singing Wizards can use a cantrip as one of their attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my god, that's also a 4, so that misses.
Okay.
And make another attack, just standard attack with the scimitar. That's still going to miss, I suspect, because that's 16.
22.
Mm-hmm.
22. Jesus Christ.
I don't hit hard, but I can take a lot of hits.
Third attack, which would be the haste attack.
Mm-hmm.
Good Christ. I absolutely cannot roll at all. That's 15, so it misses. And then I'm going to run up to the other end of the carriage.
Okay. Okay.
Do you know what, actually? I will run into one of the booths and attempt to hide.
Okay.
You might see.
Roll me a stealth check, please.
I will roll you a stealth check. 19.
Okay.
Believe it or not, a very bad stealth roll for Quill.
I believe you.
Dice. Again, Quill moves faster than you could track. And as you turn around, roll me a perception check.
Okay, so. Only 14.
You don't see
14.
me.
Yeah.
You have no idea where Quill has gone.
That's absolutely fine. So, instead, then, what I will do is. I'm going to move up to the center of the carriage
Okay.
and I know what. Do I know what direction they went in? Anything, or do I just have no idea where they are?
You saw what direction they went in, like behind you, but no real idea as to where they ended up.
So, for mechanics point of view, I would roll disadvantage on any ranged attack, or I just wouldn't be able to roll because I don't know the answer here.
You would tell me what you were targeting, unfortunately, but you wouldn't have any idea what. You could randomly throw something out there.
Okay,
Roll me a d6.
it's magic missile if that helps at all.
Magic missile, I believe, is a target you can see.
Target you can see, yeah.
Well, technically, it just says, yeah, that you can see with the. No, I can't do that. Okay. No, that won't work either.
You can spend your turn looking if you want to, but that would waste your turn. Or you can hold your action. It's up to you.
Yeah, hold my action until I can see.
Okay.
Bill.
And what are you holding?
Magic missile.
Okay, cool. You move up to the center of the room and hold magic missile until you can see Quill. Quill?
I will. So you're gonna have to give me some advice here. When you hold a spell,
Mm-hmm.
you actually cast that spell and just hold it at the last point, don't you? Because if you...
Mm-hmm.
So my question would be, as a wizard myself, would I have recognized the casting of that spell?
Roll me a perception check with disadvantage because you are hiding.
8.
8. I honestly don't think you saw that they were performing a spell. Does Magic Missile have a verbal component?
Yeah, I was going to say, surely it has a verbal
Well.
component. Most spells do.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know what I was holding.
Well,
Roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana check. 24.
Yeah, you know a Magic Missile is being held.
In that case, I am going to remain hidden for my turn.
Unfortunately, then, Dice, you feel the energy build up in your hands, but the time just passes, and eventually the energy just kind of fizzles out.
It's a little bit like edging.
That's fine. It was only a first level spell. I'm not overly bothered. First of all, can I roll another perception check to see if I can work out where Quill is?
Yeah, if you want to do just an off-the-cuff perception check to try and work it out, then yeah, that's fine. However, if you want to spend your entire turn doing it, giving up your turn, basically, I'll give you advantage.
No.
Okay. Perception check. You trying to remain hidden, Quill, so roll me another stealth check as well, please.
I can't find my perception thing. Doo-dah. My perception this time was with Flash of Genius 24.
I think you muted, Craig.
17.
17.
So you see me.
Yep. So this time, Dice, you do just see Quill's tail poking out from where they're hiding.
Foolish. I will go and move into the booth, so I'm in base contact with Quill.
Okay.
In the hope of also stopping them.
Sorry, you guys can't hear it, but right now you are a walking metal machine man, and music, not unlike the theme from Terminator, has just started playing in my ear. So it's very thematic right now. Okay, so you're going to go up to Quill and again attempt
I
to...
can hear it, and yes.
Yeah.
I can also hear it.
As I get to you, by the way. Found you!
So you have.
I'm going to swing twice with the Thunder Gauntlets, of course. First one, though, misses horribly. So that's 12. So I'll try again. 18.
Miss.
18 is a miss.
Yeah, at the moment I've got Haste and Blade Song activated.
Okay, you're a slippery little sucker.
I do what I can.
As a bonus action, I'm going to giggle. That's it. I'm done.
Okay, I have gone into this booth because it's where my weasel was hiding, so I'm going to... my weasel is going to use the help action and just sort of tangle up in Dice's feet and attempt to give me advantage on the attack.
Okay.
So I'm going to use Booming Blade again. No, not those dice. They've betrayed me one too many times. That is a natural 20.
Yes, okay, so you did definitely hit.
So here's the question.
Actually,
right? Because I have advantage on the attack. Go on.
It is a natural 20.
Mhm.
It's not a crit.
What's
Adamantium.
that? Adamantium armor, of course.
Adamantium. Yeah, it's not adamantine.
No, adamantine.
Adamantine.
Adamantium is something else.
Yep. No copyright intended, Marvel. Yeah. So because I'm a roguey rogue, and because this spell involved a weapon attack,
Mm-hmm.
do I get my sneak attack damage on it?
Absolutely.
Sick. Okay.
Because you had advantage. Anything that gives you advantage on the attack.
Yeah. So that booming blade, weapon attacks normal effect, and then with machine. Yeah, actually, that makes sense because it says it suffers the weapon attack's normal effects.
Mm-hmm.
So one of those, and then sneak attack is another 2 of those. And... Okay, so that is 9 plus 6, so 15, 15 slashing damage to you, and you are now surrounded by like a thunderous energy thing. And then I will make another attack. Still at advantage, or is it just on the one attack?
What, with the help action?
Yeah.
Well, the help action is until the end of your next turn, so...
Oh, sick.
Until the end of this turn, sorry.
That's also a natural 20, but I get nothing for it.
Again, no crit.
Yep, no crits.
I'm concerned about your dice. You're putting, I want
Well,
to.
I only rolled single-digit numbers up until this round, so that is 12 of the damages.
Mm-hmm.
12 damage is
That
fine.
one.
Yep.
And then blam. That's 17 plus 10, 27 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
That is 10 damage. And I will run around behind into the booth nearest Oriana, sort of behind Oriana, and attempt to hide again as a bonus action.
Do I notice that?
You can't.
Well, you see them running past you.
I'm very, very, very fast.
Like, you see a blur of ginger cat.
But they're hiding behind me and I'm sat on the bed.
Behind, in the booth behind you, not behind you,
Ah.
behind you. Jesus Christ, still a terrible stealth roll. That is 18
Okay.
for stealth.
Dice?
I'm going to look around and see, first of all, if I can work out where Phil went.
Perception check for me.
Don't fuck me over. Oh, that's much better. 19.
You see me?
Yeah.
Excellent.
You see them as you turn, just as they dive into what they believe is their hiding place.
I've got line of sight from where I am.
You can probably, it's like half cover.
In which case I'll move as many steps out of the booth as it takes to get line of sight on where Phil is hiding.
You take
If you go diagonally across the room, you can get that.
15 damage doing that.
That's very mean of you.
Because you were surrounded by the booming energy and moved before it dissipated.
Yeah, that's fine. Should have stuck with the half cover, wasn't aware of that. But that's the whole point, isn't it?
Yeah. that's what's powering me.
Dice is a little pissed off now.
Okay.
You know, she's taken some hits.
Mm.
So I'm going to cast Magic Missile, but I'm going to do it at 3rd level.
Okay.
This should give me 5 glowing darts of magical force.
Counterspell.
You're going to counterspell my level 3.
Yes, I am.
You arse. That's fine.
With a what level counterspell?
3rd.
3rd. Okay, cool.
That's fine. As a bonus action, then I'm going to reactivate my defensive field.
Okay.
Oh no, I've just tried to heal myself by 10. That is not the answer. There we go. Yeah. That's me done. I don't have anything else I can do. So.
It's your go.
My weasel will dart across and tangle up Dice again.
What's the movement on the weasel?
30 feet.
30 feet, yeah, I can make it.
So that's a help action. I will go with a booming blade once again.
Okay. Dice, it is becoming the first time in your life that you've ever wanted to step on a small animal.
And you absolutely can.
That's the thing, Dice wouldn't, because it's a friend's animal. I don't.
27 to hit on the first one.
Yeah, obviously that hits. That would be very silly if it didn't hit.
Well, I don't know. You might have stuff.
The carriage. We're not doing any damage to the carriage.
That's true.
It's actually one of the neatest duels I've ever been involved in.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's booming blade plus sneak attack. Ah, goddamn. Well, it arrived eventually. 3, 6, 8.
Attack only if you're hidden.
No, because I had advantage. So
Advantage.
Yeah.
That was it. It's been a long time since I played with Cake. I think I've forgotten.
So that's 14 damage.
Okay.
For booming blade, and you're wreathed in that sort of thunderous energy again. And 2 more attacks.
Mm-hmm.
That's 29.
Yeah, that hits.
And and that one's only 15.
Yeah, only.
Okay, so just the one more bit of damage. That is 10 damage.
Okay. Dice will hold up her hands and go, okay. You win.
Oh, I thought we were just warming up.
Very good.
I enjoyed that. It was very. It's really got my blood pumping.
So winner stays on, yeah?
I think so.
Sure.
Do you like to rest?
It's at this point I think that haste ends and Quill just like collapses into a seat. Like, just give me one moment.
I'm going to go and sit and take a short rest and change back to infiltrator armor and get some hit points back because I'm on 3, Greg.
You're on 3.
On 3, you got me down
Bloody
to
hell.
2.
Yes, if we're going to have a second match, I think I would like to take a brief
Recuperate
rest.
a little.
Yes, that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
It's a friendly after all.
Take a short rest.
Okay.
I will.
So while these two are taking short rests, then, Oriana, Ace, is there anything you wanted to do?
I'm not stupid enough to challenge anyone to a fight.
Okay.
Ace is just going to be sort of prepping any armor that they didn't already have on.
I'm using arcane recovery, so I'll get back a 3rd level spell.
Mm-hmm.
No, Ari and Ace are not going to spar.
Okay.
Ace wouldn't mind.
Ori can't spar. Ori will set the train on fire.
It probably would be.
It would be a lot less tidy.
It would be an unnecessary risk given the wild magic thing.
No, I am going to sit on the bed. I've enjoyed that little bit of entertainment. I'm probably going to just continue to chill out, drink coffee and smoke and just not be stressed out about something for once. I might even try meditating and maybe praying and seeing what happens.
Oof.
Okay. So AD, if you want to give us or get rid of the battle map for us.
He already has.
Oh, I didn't notice. Sorry. There we go. And okay.
Afternoon wine time.
I'm going to find a nice chill. There we go.
Dice still looks a little bit rocky, so I am going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level as well.
I'm very sorry. Are you okay? I didn't realise. If I was a little too rough,
You weren't. That was the point, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not used to sparring with live steel. With my dueling masters, we mostly use training blades.
What are you on now, Dice?
Oh, like 51, I'm good. I'm fine. No, I think the point of these battles is to go as hard as you can, and if you hadn't been able to hide that one time, I would have done more damage. You know, there are things that could have gone differently.
Of course, yes. It's. I think anyone can beat anyone on their day.
Also, my usual method is to stand there and take hits, or stand really far back and shoot things. So, one-on-one combat is not entirely my specialty.
I
So
see,
Waffle has just stood there holding his tail in his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's having a real moment over there.
Such a
He was
peculiar
rolling
dog.
around with his feet in the air a minute ago.
He is such a peculiar dog.
He's a
While
kangaroo.
you guys are doing this, I'm just gonna for 2 seconds. I'll be
You
back.
adopted a kangaroo.
He's been only recently we've been allowing him up onto the bed with us, and he's so cute because he's the cuddliest little bastard.
As you all rest, then, having taken in the afternoon's entertainment, is there anything in particular you would like to do before I time jump?
Oh well, we were going to spar with Ace, I think.
Do you want to do a spar with Ace?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we were going to. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Not if it messes up what you had planned, but
No, that's fine. If you want to do the spar, that's cool.
yeah, let's go to the spa.
Copying my joke I made on break.
Let's
Pop.
go to the beach.
Pop over to spa, grab some Doritos. Dice of the Beholder, brought to you by Doritos.
No, it's
Why?
not.
Just why every time?
Why
No, but
would
if
we
anyone
be
from
sponsored
Doritos
by
is
something
watching and
that
they want to
contains
spy it?
gluten that two of us can't consume?
That's all right. I can consume enough Doritos for all four of us. 5.
I was gonna say.
So, I
I
suppose-
think you're missing someone there.
Suppose. Well, Charlie can eat Doritos.
Yeah. As
A Bright can
Brian.
probably eat Doritos himself, but it would be cruel of him to do it in front of Millie. So
That's also.
Okay, AD, if you want to bring the battle map back up.
Waffle, you need to learn to put your
That
foot
was
down.
great.
Oh, you can't hear the music.
Oh, I'm so cold.
Do you not have your jumper?
That's upstairs.
Oh. Oh, it's a cookie. I was wondering what you were showing me.
Go to the spa and spend some of the million gold. Well, it's only 750,000 gold now because
Yeah, we
Seth
have
is
spent-
Yeah.
when they left.
This train is bankrupting us.
No, it is not.
What? The train isn't bankrupting us?
Okay.
Definitely is.
Oh, for the alcohol I picked up at that stop.
Hmm.
I picked up a couple of bottles from a
I
bar.
would like.
Right, before we start, the weasel's going to attempt to sneak up behind Ace.
Okay. I would
hide.
like roll me a stealth
Right.
check for the weasel, then, please.
I will indeed. +5 to stealth for the weasel. 15.
With
15.
+5 or?
15 with +5.
Okay.
Okay. As you
I
are
don't
on
know.
alert, Ace, roll me a perception check.
I'm gonna roll a frog. Oh, well, I rolled a 19. I need to.
Oh, but you definitely see the weasel then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely see that weasel. That would be a 23 in total.
Okay, so before you begin the spa, you do catch the weasel sneaking up behind you.
Sort of
Is
just
there
smirk
anything
at
you'd
it, like side eye it and smirk.
So Quill, you know that Ace knows the weasel is there.
Yeah, but definitely is still in position behind
Okay.
behind them anyway. Okay.
I'm aware of
Initiative.
it.
Initiative?
Sure.
Uh,
Oh, that's much less good.
I've done better on initiative than I did last time.
Right.
Um,
Who's do you want first?
Ace?
10.
18.
Okay, Quill, you are first this time.
I am indeed. And I will start this one much as I did the last one. I'm going to cast haste and activate my blade song.
Okay,
My weasel is going to use the help action.
of course.
And I will dash up and attempt to give Ace a jolly good slitting.
Go for it.
Oh god damn it. That is 15 to hit. I'm presuming does not hit.
Does not hit.
I
Cool.
think Edie's left. We haven't got the battle map back.
Okay, well, I'm
Fine.
sure
It's
if
okay.
he
It's
comes
okay,
back,
keep
I'm sure we'll get it back. And then I will run up and I will dart into the booth behind Dice and hide.
Okay.
Oh no, I can't hide. I will just run up behind Dice and attempt to use dice as cover.
Okay. Ace.
Okay, so Ace is going to start with casting Ensnaring Strike at 2nd level.
Okay.
What that does, just for the folks here, says next time I hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, a writhing mass of thorny vines appears from the point of impact. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the magical vines until the spell ends.
Strength is not.
How
is
long
not
is the spell
equivalent.
for? Ace?
How
long is the spell for?
Just having a look now. Where will it say? Oh, up to a minute.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Roll to
and
hit, please.
so with that, I'm gonna go to strike them, but as I am, I'm gonna sort of give Dice a knowing look and a wink. As if, like, move out the way.
I'm gonna say Dice does.
Yeah, Dice has taken enough hits.
Oh
Don't
man,
do it
I don't think
now.
that's gonna be a good one. Oh no, it is +10. How are you for a 12 to hit?
A 12 does not hit me.
Okay.
A 19 didn't hit you, did it?
No, not when I've got Hey Stand the Blade song going.
You
Well,
do get a second attack.
I do get a second attempt. Yeah, that's what I was about to say as well.
Go for it.
Cool. Oh, that was cocked. Let's try again. That is 18, so no, probably not.
Nope, no hit.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Right. So, yeah, that'll end my turn. Then I'll be sort of in.
I am unsnared.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be in base contact with you.
Okay, cool. The weasel is going to scurry up and take the help action,
Mm-hmm.
and I will attack. This is Booming Blade.
Mm-hmm.
That is 20 to hit.
Oh, just yeah.
Just hits.
Mhm.
Excellent. That is 3 of these.
Don't like that there's 3.
They're only d6s though. 10, 13, 19, 19 damage
Okay.
of the scimitar variety.
Okie doke.
And you are reefed in thunderous energy.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You're surrounded by a big boomy field of,
Okay.
of energy.
Mhm.
I will make my other 2 attacks. That is a 25 to hit, which I'm presuming does.
Yep.
And oh, that one's a 13 to hit, so I'm guessing I get nothing for that. 13 does not hit.
No.
Okay, the other one is 10 damage,
Okay.
again of the scimitar variety, and I will dash over to the closest to the camera but furthest along booth and attempt to hide.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Hang on, I'm rolling my stealth. Oh, okay. I rolled 32 to hide. No, not
Yeah.
that one. Other side, bro. Other side.
Cool.
32 to hide.
All right. Ace.
Okay. So Thunderous Smite is still active because I haven't made a hit yet.
That's right. Ensnaring strike. Yeah, it's still
Yeah,
active
Sight. Sorry, not
for
Thunderous.
with your concentration. Yeah.
I have a question for
Oh,
the DM.
you need to roll concentration saves then.
Oh
What,
yeah.
me?
Concentration. Yeah, because I hit you twice.
So
Every
roll,
time you take damage, you roll a concentration save.
So twice, yeah?
roll 2 con saves.
Okay.
One of them was not very much. So one of them. Actually, I think you're just trying to beat a 10 both times, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so first is a 13.
Yeah.
That saves.
And second is a 22.
Yeah. So you're still concentrating on the spell. That's fine.
Cool. There we go. Right. So, yeah, so question for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
With the thunderous energy around me,
Mm-hmm.
is that taking any effect at all? Or am I just sort of like breezing through that?
You might have to move and find out.
Cool. Right, I'm gonna sort of move towards where I think they might have gone to see. Should I roll a perception check to see if I can figure out where they went?
Yes, roll perception for me.
10 thunder damage. I presume probably resisted in some way, but 10 thunder damage for booming blade anyway.
Yeah, I got a 21 on perception.
21.
Yeah.
You still don't know where Quill has gone. However,
Yeah.
when you do move, you feel the ring of thunderous energy around you kind of explode.
Mm.
And as the impact hits you,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't do as much damage as you think it should. You seem to kind of absorb some of it, so you only take 5 thunder damage.
Okay, just double checking. In my defenses, it says resistance all. So, does that include thunder?
I believe that is a paladin
Or a
feature.
warding. So,
Isn't
Yeah.
that- Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be double resistance.
We have double resistance.
You have resistance to damage from spells. You take no damage.
Not no damage. 2 damage.
Sorry, okay, yeah, 2 damage. You take
Come on.
2 damage.
Give me a break.
so the damage I took before is all fine, but then 2 damage as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I only hit you with regular attacks before.
Yeah. Cool. That's fine. Right. So I don't know where they went. Correct.
Yeah, you don't know where Quill went.
Right. Sorry, just having a double check. Something. Yeah, they're not a celestial fiend or undead, so I
They
can't
are not.
use divine sense. That's what I was to double check.
Kind of cool though, isn't it?
Yeah. In that case, then I'm gonna sort of just stay alert and sort of keep a lookout for them.
Okay.
On
You're
this
gonna move
turn.
into the middle of the room?
Yeah,
or-
move into the center of the room to have a better sort of viewpoint.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hold my turn.
What are you holding?
A strike with my
ensnaring strike hits, yeah.
with my
Okay.
thunder strike, please.
And Quill.
I am going to cast. I'm going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip at
Nice.
3rd level.
Okay.
Um,
You've been reading some exotic books recently. That's fine.
yeah. Apparently. Physically you psychically lash out at one creature you can see within range. You need to make an intelligence saving throw. Ace.
I what?
You need to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, that might not go so well for me.
Let's hope.
Oh no, that's not going to go very well at all. That's a 3.
That does not pass.
Didn't
Okay,
expect
so
it
you
would.
take 3d6 psychic damage.
Halved.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so that is 11, so you take 5 psychic damage.
Yeah.
And you can't take a reaction until the end of your next turn. Moreover, on your next turn, you have to decide whether you have to choose whether you get to move. You can take an action or a bonus action, but you only get one of those 3. So that's
What? So I can move, take an action, or
Bonus
yeah.
action.
You can only have on your next turn. You can only move, take an action, or use a bonus action.
oh, okay.
And, roll a con save.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want me to roll a con as well?
Yeah.
Ooh, that one might not pass. Let's have a look. No, that's 6.
Oh, so you are no longer concentrating on ensnaring smite.
No,
So
so
you lose that
that's
spell.
yeah. So that's
Uh,
one.
Cool. And I
Cool.
will Following that, my weasel will dart up behind and do a help, and I will dart out from the booth and make an attack. Wablam! That is 27 to hit.
Yeah.
I believe does hit.
Mhm.
So that is 6, 9, 11, 17 damage.
Okay.
All physicals you do.
Yeah, that's regular physical damage.
Yep.
And I will dart into the back, the booth I was in first round.
So are you using stealth to do that, or are you just?
I will hide when I get in there. Yes.
No, I mean to get there.
Oh
So-
no, so I have the mobile feat, so there's no attacks of opportunity. But also you can't take reactions at the moment. 'Cause...
No, that's not what I was asking. It's just that I know where you are.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna hide. I'm
Once-
attempting to hide there.
Once
Yeah.
he's in the booth.
Mm.
Oh, I rolled a natural 1, so only 30. Only 13.
Gonna trip into it.
Only 13 on my stealth roll.
Ace.
Yeah. Can I do anything this round?
You
or-
can
You can-
move, take an action, or take a bonus action, but only one of those 3.
Yeah. Roll me a
Okay.
perception check though. First off.
It's not looking good for perception.
You've only got to beat 13.
No, nowhere near. That is 7.
Oh man, that sucks.
That dice is going in the jail for a minute. That's not the frog one though. That was another dice.
Okay. So you can move, take an action, or
Sorry, just having a double check what I've got here. I'm going to use Thunderstep.
you could just use Thunderstep.
Yeah, teleport
Okay.
myself to where Quill is. I forgot Quill's name for a second then.
Yeah.
You don't know where Quill is.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
I like playing this character.
Big Thembo energy. Yeah, tell you what, I'm gonna put ensnaring smite again at 2nd level. I'm gonna prepare that, and that will be my turn.
Quill.
Yes. Well, I am unseen at present.
Yeah.
So I will simply fire my short bow.
Okay.
Actually, sorry. First attack, I'll use Ray of Frost, which is because it's a cantrip. I can do that. Do I get advantage on because I'm hidden?
Yes.
On Ray of Frost, I rolled a 20. Yeah, 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're going to take half of. You're going to take half of 2d8.
Yeah.
So that is 13. So you'll take 6
Cool.
cold damage, and your speed is reduced by 10 feet till the start of your
Okay.
next turn. Not that I suppose that will matter very much because we're in a carriage.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to fire my short bow.
Mm-hmm.
That's 26 to hit.
Yep.
So that will hit, and we'll have sneak attack applied to it.
Mm-hmm.
10 plus 4, 14 damage from
Okay.
short bow. And then again with the short bow. Yeah, that's going to hit 24.
Oh, I'm down.
No, that's 24 to hit, not 24 damage.
Oh, right, I see. I thought it was 16 was the damage you just gave me damage then?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
16.
damage.
Okay,
And then another 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna yield at that.
Okay.
Thank you for an invigorating contest.
Yeah, it's good to see what we're dealing with.
Yes, and for me as well. I think if
I'm afraid you didn't get to see a lot of mine, but
I could tell by the way your weapon was glowing there that if I got hit with it too much, that it would be very unpleasant for me.
yeah, if I'd been able to allay a hit, you would have felt it.
You would have felt it. I think
That was the quintessential rogue combat in that I took no damage. Just got very lucky every goddamn round.
Very
Did
good.
you Ari, are you sure you don't want to try and burn down the carriage?
I think it's probably best that I don't.
I am also a little exhausted, arcane energy-wise.
As your haste runs out, you again, a feeling of
Collapse.
lethargy comes over you.
Collapse into one of the booths.
I look at you, sort of crack my neck and go, I could go again.
I hate it when that spell runs out. That is not fun at all.
I look at my watch to check the time.
The time is
Blurry.
it's about midday.
Lunch?
Yeah, so we could ding-a-ling.
We could ding-a-ling the bell.
Yes.
I would still like to look at the book with you, actually, if we get the chance.
Yes. After lunch, so that we don't get crumbs. And
No crumbs on the book, I promise, okay?
yes, good.
And you'll be... No, sorry.
Sorry, Dice. Do you, with your healing, is that a cantrip or is that going to be a resource?
Not a cantrip, but I also am not expecting a great deal of drama today.
Yeah, it would be appreciated. I can give myself some back.
I will cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on Ace. So that'll be... Hang on. 20 hit points.
Knock on the door, 3 Inquisitors turn up.
Do you have
I'm
any?
good.
Do you have any spells that give people that help people regain their energy, or is it just health?
I have a spell that allows you to take a short rest very, very quickly, but I'm not sure that would help you in this instance, I'm afraid.
No,
I'm going to give
unfortunately,
myself
no.
25 as well.
Why don't you just take a cat nap?
Yeah, just take a short rest, Ace.
Aha! I see what you did there.
That was very
Cat
fun.
nap.
It took me far longer than it should have done, but that was
Yeah,
very
I still have some points to go there. It was just getting me out of a dangerous level.
lunch.
So, you ring the bell for lunch. You sit down to your own pastimes and endeavors. Oriana opens the great deal of alcohol, or at least starts on the great deal of alcohol that they
proper
bought
one?
in Jadem. makes a start.
I'm sharing.
I'm excited.
Dice and Quill begin to peruse or like pore over the ancient tome, bringing down other books, using Dice's knowledge as well. I'd like one of you to make me an Arcana check with advantage. You can decide among the both of you which one.
My +2 Arcana is 7.
Mine's 8.
Go for it.
It's a very ominous music.
It's
No,
back.
it's very dramatic right
It
now.
takes the
It's all gone quite dire.
The end of the world as we
It seems topsy turvy that we had quite jolly music while we were having a fight, and quite doomy music while we're reading a book.
Thank you for the advantage. If I could be bothered to take a photo, I would. I got 18 and 1. So
Nice.
the 18 plus the 8 is 26. For the Arcana check. Stop
Okay.
giving.
It takes you a while then, the better part of the afternoon, both of you concentrating as much as you can on the book, trying to block out distractions. Oriana practicing dancing, song, the drunker they get. You do eventually work out that the book seems to have some kind of sentience. Like the words want to be read. Both of you get the impression that the secrets want to be unlocked. But it would appear that there is something about yourselves that makes you unworthy to read them yet.
We are not worthy.
You feel like it could be something to do with... At first it begins to feel like age, like you're not old enough, but then you kind of feel a deeper meaning to it, as if you're not experienced enough, or you haven't maybe had the correct experiences. It would appear that the secrets of the book will only be unlocked once you gain certain knowledge.
Okay. Well, looks like we're at a dead end with this at the moment.
Yes, it seems like. But there's definitely more to unlock here.
There is. It's frustrating that I can't force it to give me its secrets. However, I am grateful that the book is not evil, from what I can tell.
Yeah, it's never seemed evil to me.
Evil books are a big no-no in this group.
I'm glad the book is a good book.
No, a good book is something you settle down with and read for hours. This is...
I have many of those if anyone's interested. So,
Actually, this evening I would like to go down and see the humans and give them the food and water that I do every evening. I was wondering if you would like to come with me.
yes, by all means. I won't be as much use as I could have been if we hadn't had quite such a vigorous sparring session.
Okay, are you confident that you can do it without getting caught by the Inquisitors?
Yes.
All right, as long as you're confident, I can't see... It's really just for the company, and it will be interesting to see how they react. I have made a few friends down there. It would be nice to introduce you to them, if you'd like.
How would you like to go about getting down there? We could go out the window and go along the roof of the train.
Oh, I was just going to go invisible and walk on the ceiling.
Okay. I don't think I know how to do all of that.
I was nice to you in a fight.
Yes. I didn't realize that that being on the ceiling was one of your combat options. Unfortunately, unless you have a way to extend that invisibility to me, I'm going to have to come up with something else.
Well, I could, but I then wouldn't be invisible. You know, I think going along the roof of the train actually makes perfect sense. I can do that with you.
Yes, or we could each find our own way there if you prefer. If you'd rather use your roofy scuttly thing.
I can use the roofy scuttly thing and walk on top of the train. It stops me falling off, and I don't have to use one of the big spells for invisibility. And I can save it for food and water. So.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Let's make our way along the outside of the train.
Not immediately. Charlie, did you want to do something before we go?
No, you go. I'll draw this while you're gone, because it's easier for me to write everything down first.
Then, yeah, let's go.
If Quill sees you getting the tarot cards down, I say, I would be quite interested in a reading if you're, if this is something you're proficient.
Maybe when you get back.
Okay, yes.
It's been a while, actually, since I spent some time with them.
It's been a long time since fortune tellers last came to the manor, and I haven't heard what the stars hold for me.
Well, we'll see what they do.
I mean, if you continue to hang out with us, pain, injury, falling off.
Interesting. The last fortune teller said that I would find a highborn wife and settle down, and produce many furry children.
Which do you think is more likely?
I'm not in the market for a highborn wife currently.
Trying to find some will tell you what they think you want to hear.
I think that one particularly was telling me what they thought my father wanted to hear.
Let's see.
Can't use this. I have to use this.
Okay, well,
Ace, is there anything you wanted to do?
Sorry, had to unmute myself there. Not particularly at the moment. I'm probably going to sort of watch Ori with the cards for a bit, because I'm always interested to see what the cards will show, because some of the time they're quite darted at Ace.
When they have been before, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Quill, how are you getting there on the roof?
That's the plan.
We're both going on the roof.
Okay, cool. How are you getting out of the carriage?
I presume it has a window.
It does.
I was going to go out the window, backflip up onto the roof, and then run along it at 1,000,000 miles an hour like a tabaxi do.
Roll me an acrobatics check then, please.
Would love to. Please don't fuck me. That is not fucking me. That is exactly what I wanted to see. That's a 23.
Cool.
Hey.
And dice, no check, because spider climb?
Spider climb.
Cool. Okay. So, after showing off and deftly flying out of the window, tucking yourself up and flipping up onto the roof of the train, you land there.
Ta-da!
No applause as Dice just walks up the side of the train as if they were as easy as if they were walking along a street.
Oh,
And
Just
I
kinda-
do actually go, that was really good. There is
Thank you.
applause.
it's delightful to be appreciated.
That was really good. I'm impressed.
They're watching Dice kind of walk halfway along the carriage on the side of the train before finally getting up onto the roof. Feels kind of patronizing. But no, you do.
You can't tell me how it feels. You're not the DM of my character.
Anyone?
do then eventually get to the rear of the train, or the slave carriages at
You
least.
should probably mention that I'm trying to move as quietly across the roof as I possibly can.
I'm back in infiltrator and I'm doing the same. I'm attempting not to clatter my way along the roof.
Both of you roll me a stealth check then.
I have. It's really funny. Depending on what armor I've got, I've
God
got
fucking
advantage
damn
or
it.
disadvantage.
16.
Okay,
20.
20.
I
Okay.
recognize that 16 is not a bad stealth roll. I'm just like, I have a plus 12.
Oh dear.
I literally haven't rolled above like a 6 for stealth this entire until the combat.
It would appear all along your journey, there are no shouts from below. There is no sign that anyone has noticed your passage. And eventually you do get to the slave carriages at the end.
Okay, I would know the best way in because I've spent a lot of time in them.
Yeah.
So I'll point it out to Quill. I don't know what the best way is. I assume you're going to tell me. But
It's just to jump down between the carriages and let yourself in through the door.
there you go then. We do that.
Sounds good.
You say.
You let yourself in through the door. Roll me a perception check, please, both of you.
Oh, I actually roll those now.
20. I got a 15.
I got 19.
Okay. As you are letting yourself in, you hear the door at the other end of the carriage close, as if someone has just left and gone further away from you.
I very quietly go up to the old man,
Mm-hmm.
and I go, "Hi."
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, l'enfer.
Who just went through the door?
One of the young inquisitorial guard is making the rounds, though I believe we are the last carriage, and he has gone back to the storage.
Okay, thank you. I'm here for the usual food and drink, but also to introduce you to my new friend. This is Quill.
Hello, my name is Quill.
You have interesting. You called him friend.
Yes,
Friend.
we're newly acquainted.
New friend.
Okay. He breaks into Shalem instead of the common English, and your friend is not a human. Are you sure he can be trusted?
Actually, very few of my friends are human, apart from Ace, who is the other human in our group, and one, actually, I guess. But we have Oriana as well, who is a tiefling, so it is not unusual for us to have friends outside of our own race.
The Empire is a very different place than where you were from. You will find it. I would warn you that you shouldn't trust as many people as you seem to.
Most of the friends I have are friends from my childhood. Quill is new, but actually has proven himself very honest. And I have reason to believe that he is telling the truth. But don't worry, we would be more than happy to kill him if it was necessary.
I don't understand any of this, I'm guessing.
No.
You just tell me that, like,
You are.
I'm just nodding.
You are our guardian angel. So, if you trust him, then at least while he's with you, we will trust him as well.
you know, before we even met him, he was looking to work out how to free you. We have pointed out that this may not be the best.
I did wonder why he was poking his nose around, but
And not as subtle as I think he thinks he was for this.
very well. It is a pleasure to meet you, Quill.
Yes, it's I'm charmed.
I've forgotten his name, Rich.
Hmm?
I've forgotten his name.
So's Rich.
Crap.
Rashad.
So have I.
We'll call him, just call him Myron. Myron's a good name.
Yeah.
It's not important.
It's the elderly are struggling today. If you could perhaps help them first.
Of course we will. Quill is here to help actually make sure I get the food run to everyone. Why are they struggling more today? Is everything okay?
Long journey. It is not very well heated in here. It is very cold for them. We have given them as many extra layers as we can, but unfortunately.
It's not, and they're not your guardian angel and just your friend.
Of course.
Perhaps I can help a little. Do we have a container?
I usually use these water barrels at the back.
Perfect. I'm going to use my alchemy jug to pour out. It says I can pour up to a gallon of wine, so I'm going to pour. I'm going to pour a gallon of wine into there.
Okay.
And I'm going to use prestidigitation to warm the wine up a little bit.
Aww.
Okay. Some lovely mulled wine.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Wine.
Yeah. Well, I'll I don't know whether we can say that the alchemy jug can produce it spiced, or I can make it taste spiced with prestidigitation. Like either way.
Yeah. Okay.
That's really kind, Quill. Myron, that's what I've decided his name is today.
Okay.
Can you convince them to give us their cups, and we will be able to?
He's already gathering the cups.
Thank you.
It's not much between everyone, but hopefully a little warmth.
It is very much appreciated. Merci.
Of course.
Inshallah, I say. See, I told you he was a good one.
If I can, like as many of the blankets as I can reach out and effect, I'll try and like give a slight warming to some of the blankets as well.
Okay.
Oh.
You
think
do
I
see
can-
everyone start to smile more, and you can see everyone is quite comfortable. They're all cradling. They're not so much drinking the wine straight away. They're just kind of holding the cups in their hands to warm themselves before they take small sips.
I can only affect 3 things at once, so I'll obviously have the wine and then, but it's like an object no larger than 1 cubic foot, so you can probably get like quite a bit of blanket into 1 cubic foot.
And then hand them back out again afterwards, perhaps, because they'll retain some of the heat for a bit.
Yeah.
Like when you get them out the tumble dryer.
Okay. So you make your way along then, stopping by a lot of them, introducing Quill, warming everyone up, getting them wine.
I stop again by my gladiator friend,
Mm-hmm.
the one at the end, and introduce Quill to the fighting carriage as well.
Oh, pleasure.
You are the cat with the wine.
I'm the cat with the wine.
Well met.
Indeed. It's an honor.
You know, they normally outside of here, everyone's much more skeptical about humans, but down here, you're the odd one out.
Yes, it's an unusual experience, but I've been in this circumstance once or twice on my travels.
Myron was very skeptical about your intentions. I did my best to convince him. I think warming the wine and the blankets will have gone some way towards allaying some of their fears as well.
They can't be too careful. I know what happens to humans who trust too easily.
Whipping, branding. Yeah. It's not the best.
Thank you for the extra this evening and every evening so far. I would warn you though, I've been timing the guard. He probably will return very soon.
Yeah, we will go. But look after everyone, and I will see you tomorrow.
Of course. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. And I'll jog down to the end then and back up onto the roof.
Same.
Well,
Yeah, I'll follow.
yep, roll me an acrobatics check.
Spider climbs.
That's a 9. Natural 1.
Damn.
Okay. As you're attempting then to flip back up onto the top of the train, you do miss your footing and take a hit and stumble back down, landing in between the trains. Roll me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Can I roll a reaction to try and help catch?
Funnily enough, with disadvantage, still one of my better stealth rolls this session. 22.
It's a natural one on the guard's perception.
Get fucked.
It seems that even as you land on your back, you do so with a grace and softness.
Tabaxi, baby.
And do you want to make the attempt again to get back up?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I did want to try and catch Quill as he fell, but it's fine.
Oh god. I mean, well, that's a 12.
Don't you have... Isn't there like a tabaxi thing where climbing is easier?
Rich, I give
know
that
what?
genius and make it 16.
Cat's claws.
Yeah, I have a climbing speed of 20 feet.
Yeah, cool. You're up.
That's without a check. Sorry.
This time you decide to pop your claws out.
New character, who dis?
What did you say? Sorry, Mel?
Never mind. It doesn't matter now.
Okay. So yes, you decide to pop your claws out and you climb back up onto the top of the train and make your way along it. I need a stealth check from both of you.
Stealth check it is. Hell, 17.
I'm so cold. Stealth. 17.
Nice. Okay. As you make your way along then, about 4 carriages up, about halfway back to where you will go back into your own cabin, you hear a door close, or open, sorry, below you.
Okay.
You start to hear the sounds of
Absolutely,
someone.
just freeze.
You start to hear the sounds of someone climbing, as if they are trying to get on top of the train. What do you do?
I walk down onto the side of the train.
Okay.
Continue to walk along the side of the train out of
Okay.
sight. Go faster.
I will. Can you use a higher level spell slot to just cast a spell if you don't have, like, I want to cast haste, which is a 3rd level, but I've only got a 4th level spell slot to cast it with.
Say that again?
I want to cast haste, but I haven't got any 3rd level spell slots left. I've only got 4th.
Okay.
So can I just waste the 4th level spell slot to cast haste?
I think so.
Yeah, but you should be able to.
Cool. I'll do that.
You can use a higher level. Even the reason it's not obviously in your 4th level is because it doesn't give you any extra benefits to cast it at a higher level.
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
still
yeah.
use a higher
I'm
level.
just using
to cast.
a higher level
Yeah,
slot.
that's
I
fine.
thought I could. I just wanted to check with you. So I will cast haste and activate the blade song then, if I have time to do those 2 things.
Mm-hmm. And you're still standing on the train.
Yeah, I don't really see that I have much of a choice.
Okay. As you activate your spell, take out your scimitar, weaving it in front of you and activating the blade song.
Sorry, if they're climbing up a ladder, do I have time for one more spell? Like if we heard them opening the door and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, I will also cast Disguise Self, and I will just make myself look like a bandit. I'll just be like fucking Zorro, basically. Just all in black, black cape, black mask, black hat.
Okay.
Zorro all the way through.
Still a tabaxi?
No. Elf.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
If he was a tabaxi, he'd just be Puss in Boots then.
Yeah. No, I just look like an elven Zorro.
Okay. And as you feel the spell activate, and you see yourself, or you look down at your hands and you can see them take on their more elven shape. You see a head poke up above the carriage. It is an Inquisitor.
Hola.
Hola, amigo.
I was standing very casually on top of the train.
And he immediately just draws a weapon and tries to climb on top of the train to rush at you.
Okay. Initiative or?
I will.
Roll for it.
If I hear this happening,
Mhm.
I'll climb back up the side and stand
Okay.
with Quill as my full automaton, no face covered. We
Yeah.
need to take some more of these guys out anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, roll for initiative, please.
I don't wanna. I forgot I have advantage on initiative earlier, by the way. I always forget that. I've got a helmet for that.
Gonna need a battle map, I'm guessing.
Yep, give me a second.
I'm gonna need a freaking
Nope, I don't have to take that off.
I literally told Bro 2 weeks ago that I want to find someone on top of this train. So the
Oh, yeah.
opportunity has presented itself.
I've just realised I look like a frilled dragon. I was doing this, but I was like, very chilled up till now. Oh well, it wasn't that. No, it's been pretty chilled. Oh,
Good.
look.
It was quite a relaxing fight as fights go.
We weren't stealthy enough.
Seems not. How devastating.
Oh, no.
Okay, so initiative, please.
23.
19.
Okay, you both go first. So, Quill.
Okay. Well, I'm going to run up into this guy's face.
Mhm.
I am going to cast Booming Blade.
Booming
No,
Blade.
actually, no. Strike that Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
That's a 29 to hit.
I'm going to run and get a jumper before I freeze to death.
I'm guessing 29 does hit.
29 does definitely hit. Roll for damage.
Obstacle intensifies.
I hit the target suffers the weapon's normal effect. Green flame. Oh, plus 1d8. Okay, go.
AD for a quick battle map if you're there.
Where's my other? Oh, it's up there. Okay. 4, 8, 6, so 14, 18 plus 6 is 24 damage to him.
Cool.
Of which all but 6 of it is slashing, and the remaining 6 is fire.
Fire. Okay, cool.
I can cause fire to leap to a second creature, but there's no second creature here. And then I will make my other attacks.
Okay.
That is one of them is a 17, and the other one's a 25.
Yeah.
Well, they both hit.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's not one of the buff Inquisitors, then.
So that's 11 and 8 damage. So that's another 19 in total.
11 and so 19 in total, yeah?
Yeah, 19 in total, added to the 24 that I did with the first attack.
Okay.
And then I will dart back away from him. Let's say 40 feet. Let's say 30 feet back, rather.
30 feet back, yeah?
Yeah. I've got the speed because haste doubles my speed. Perfect. Thank you very much.
And dice.
Right. Lightning launcher twice to begin with.
Okay.
So, first one is going to be really shit. Oh no, this one's got a much better. No, it's 16 to hit.
Sorry, 16.
To hit, yeah.
Okay. And 16 just misses. 17 arm class.
Fine. Second one then is going to be a 26 to hit.
Okay.
Assume it does. Yeah, that's going to be 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm going to add the additional d6 to it. So that's going to be 15 damage.
15 damage. Okay.
15 damage. And I am, because I'm still somewhat injured.
Okay.
No. I'm gonna... Hang on, I'm thinking. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk off the back of the train and go back down, like, so I'm in cover behind the train.
Oh yeah, spider climb. Of course you can.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna walk my way off the train and go and hide.
Okay. Cool.
Spider climb's wicked in this environment.
So
Good
you're
spell.
walking off the back of the train and you are hiding. Very sorry, guys, that you can't see the battle map. Okay, is that the end of your go?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. He's going to run forward.
How many steps did he just do?
30 feet, I think, because
Yeah.
I darted back 30 feet. So.
Okay. And he is going to...
Do your worst.
Instead of reaching for a weapon, he is going to reach out and attempt to strike at you with his hand.
Okay.
The hand is glowing with dark green energy.
I don't like that sound. I don't like the sound of that at all. It sounds rubbish.
Natural 20.
Okay. It does hit.
I don't kill Quill. We've only just met him.
Okay, so you are touched by his hand, and you feel the inflict wounds spell
That's gonna hurt.
seeping into you, being cast at 2nd level.
This is gonna hurt a bit.
18, 26. Quill,
Yep.
you take 60 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, I'm down.
60?
Mm-hmm.
I am
That's...
on 0 points.
30 on the dice with the crit.
Okay. All right.
Imagine if I die now after making a new character.
I'd be pissed.
Okay, he is looking messed up.
And messed up.
But Quill, you do fall. Not off the train,
No,
but you are down.
indeed I am.
Roll me a death saving throw, please.
No, not until the next turn.
I'm guessing this is my turn.
It is his turn.
Oh.
Death saving throw.
I thought Quill's was 17 and mine was 9. No, Quill's was higher.
That is a 6.
A 6.
That is 1 fail.
That is a fail.
Yeah.
Dice, your go.
Well, yeah. Okay. I'm going to get up, back onto the thing, go over to Quill, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level
Beautiful.
because that's
Okay.
still necessary.
Cool.
And then I'm going to attempt to shove the Inquisitor off the side of the train.
Nice. Can you do both?
The shove would be an action, unless you've got something like Shield Master, and unfortunately you don't.
Okay, I'll just try and
Okay.
How,
as a bonus action.
how much health do I get?
Oh right, yeah, that's important. Hang on then. Not enough. Oh well, one of those was an 8 and one was a 7, so that's actually not bad. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 hit points.
23.
That's really good for a 2nd level cure wounds.
That's a fucking good cure wounds.
Yeah. All right then. All I can really do then is
You could move around behind him to flank.
yeah, I was going to say I'll move around behind him, but like try and grab his arm and turn him as I'm going as like a bonus action, but not actually do it, like just for flavour, if that makes sense.
So you turn him and like split his focus between you and obviously Quill, who's just still trying to stand up. It is, however, his turn. So, seeing you come in and thwart his attempt at trying to kill Quill, he's going to attempt to hit you. That is going to be a natural 1.
He does.
Oh well, he's only got 2 numbers on his dice, has he?
Apparently.
Greg, do your worst for most dies.
Quill.
Okay, I will like flip up onto my feet, you know, like spring up like gently or whatever.
Cool.
I've got plenty of speed. So I've just looked. Haste has dropped.
Yeah.
Because I lost concentration on it, but it doesn't actually say anything about the blade song ending if you go unconscious. It just says it ends early if you are incapacitated, don medium or heavy armor or a shield, or if you use 2 hands to make an attack.
I think death saving throws is definitely incapacitated.
Okay.
I'm gonna rule.
Yeah,
that if
I'll
you
take
roll
your
the
word,
death
that's fine.
saving throws.
I will use a bonus action to reactivate the blade song then.
Cool.
And I will make 2 attacks at advantage because he's flanked, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
These two
Okay. And the first attack will be Green Flame Blade again.
Okay.
That's a natural 20, sir.
Cool.
Yeah. Apparently there's only 2 fucking numbers in this entire combat.
Your options are 20 or 1.
Okay, so
Nothing.
that is, and obviously this is with sneak attack as well. So that's,
He still thinks you're unconscious, so that makes sense.
yeah. So what's that? 1d6 for the scimitar, plus 3d6 doubled for sneak attack. Is that many, and then 2d8 fire damage because of Green Flame Blade. Oops. One of those dice went away. It was one of the d6s. Okay. 16, 20, 24, 29, 34, 36, 37, plus 6, 43 damage with that attack. Does he survive that?
Your scimitar sings through the air.
I would hope
At
so. That's why they call it
first-
the Blade Song.
At first, it looks as if nothing happened. It looks as if you almost completely missed him as he smiles at you. He
Creepy.
begins to reach his hand out towards you. But then the smile falters. And you see a ring of blood start to spread around his neck. And as the train continues to move and rounds a bend, you both steady yourselves as you watch his head topple from his shoulders. And the body and head are lost to the night.
Gross.
And I say, that's why they call it the Blade Song, Pendejo.
Okay.
You okay?
Yes, I'm never better. Sometimes better. Previously got to admit, I have been better a number of times.
That's my main use in this group, is I can take hits and I can pick people back up when they go down.
I-
What did he hit you with? You went down like a sack of shit.
It was a spell. Did I recognize the spell, Bry?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Sure. 11.
11.
It was a spell.
I mean, you're not that well schooled in necromancy or the type of spell that was. There's a lot of different spells it may have been. You're not quite certain.
All I can tell you is this. It was a spell and it sucked.
I think we should get back to the carriage, chill out, drink some wine, and I think Ari wanted to read us some tarot cards, so that sounds good.
I strongly second that. It sounds vastly preferable to being murdered with magic.
Yeah, but you know what that means?
What's that?
We left.
3? Oh, yes. Yes, one more of the Inquisitors gone.
The music is very intense right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is, considering that the fight is already over.
And as we walk back to the carriage then...
There's a delay, guys.
Yeah.
As we walk back to the carriage, I'm just going to be sort of humming under my breath. Do 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 do.
Oh man, that was fun. I enjoyed the fuck out of that.
Okay. So, you eventually make your way back to the carriage, climbing back in through the window, closing it behind you. Ace and Oriana look up.
Hey,
I died.
you didn't die. You were unconscious for less than 6 seconds.
Yeah, did you die or were you unconscious?
It felt like dying. A guy reached out and touched me, and everything went black.
No, I have actually died. There is a difference, I promise.
Can I try rolling on that to know what that would be?
Yeah.
Reach out.
Arcana check, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That is 17.
17. You're familiar with these spells. They've been used in your presence before. Reach out and touch someone to do that much damage? Probably an inflict wound spell. Which ties in with the necromantic flavor a lot of these inquisitors and a lot of the elves seem to have.
Do you know what?
It's a good idea if you can see them going to cast to interrupt it somehow.
Yes, unfortunately.
And don't let them touch you.
I used all of that sparring earlier.
Do you know what?
I don't mean like a counter spell. Most spells require either a vocal component or a movement. Stop
yes, I'm
it.
familiar.
In the face.
Unfortunately he was lightning quick. I do have a spell prepared that can sort of rebuff most basic attacks, but I didn't even have a chance.
Bless you.
I've got shield is what I'm talking about.
Mm.
If he rolled anything less than what he rolled, I suspect I could have brushed it off.
I can do that.
It's nice to know though that actually now there are just 3 inquisitors left on the train.
Yeah,
Is that
no,
great?
you got rid of one. That's fantastic.
Another one
Yes.
down.
I chopped his head off and then I said a cool line. It was very impressive.
It was a good moment.
It's like
but
that.
When you say chopped his head off, Ace is just going to have like war flashbacks to that one time they did that to an elf.
But I owe it all to Dice here. Because if it weren't for their powerful healing magics, I couldn't have. I would have been having the forever nap. I think.
I think some of us are really good with the damage dealing. You, Ori, and Ace is wonderful at absorbing damage and also dealing damage. I'm good at the utility stuff. I just pick up the pieces.
I mean,
You're pretty good at dealing out some damage when you want to.
it was pretty clutch at that point. I think without someone able to do something like that, I would have been in a pretty bad way. Thank you, Dice.
Don't be silly. I heal people all the time. Ori, how was your afternoon? More peaceful, I hope. Can I have some of that alcohol? Thanks.
Yeah, no, help yourself. Yeah. Peace, yeah. I don't know, the cards are reading very weird as an all over in general thing.
Why, what are they saying?
Well, all over to be more selfish.
All of us or you?
Well, I'm guessing it's aiming just at me since you weren't in the room, but yeah. Mostly everything came out as doing things for yourself.
Could I have a reading now that while I recuperate?
Yeah, sure. So I just spread the cards out and you pick 3.
I will pick 3 cards.
I still have your 3 on top so I can show
Yeah,
them.
I have already picked 3.
You have. I'll find it.
I presume I can be taking a short rest while Ori's doing this, right?
Yeah. So your first card was the Justice, and it was upright. So you're being called into an account for your actions. You'll be judged for your actions, and so long as you've been true to yourself, you have nothing to worry about. And if you have not been true to yourself, you will be called out for it. So as long as whatever you've done is you've done right, that's fine. Which is this pretty card. But it was that way. No, it was that way. It was upright, wasn't it?
Yeah.
His second card was Temperance, and it was reversed. So something in your life is not flowing as you would like it to, and something doesn't feel right. What you need to do is focus on the long-term version and not what's happening in your life right now.
That makes sense.
Also, can be a sign of overindulgence.
Could that be to do with my original plan to just get as many humans off the train tonight as possible. And
It could be, but usually temperance, when it comes to overindulgence, is things like over drinking, overeating, doing too much, doing things in excess.
well, I did use all of my arcane energy sparring today, and then I died.
Was about to suggest that, but wanted you to
Anyway.
come to that conclusion
Perhaps
alone.
the
first.
cards are telling me to conserve my energy better.
Anyway, your last card was the Hangman, but it was the right way up.
I don't like the sound of that.
It's actually not that bad of a card, especially the right way up. It just means that you've had to put something in your life on hold.
Haha.
Something you were doing before, you can't continue with.
Well, that's certainly true.
The easiest way to describe it is what got you here is not going to get you there. So whatever has caused you to stop now is because it can't work for you anymore.
Yes.
So change technique.
I think that is good advice. As I've said, I've had some small success in freeing people, but you and your party have made me see that perhaps I need to be a little more circumspect in how I do it.
Overall, pretty good, you know. Don't overdo it. Don't get ahead of yourself. You'll be all right.
Certainly, I hope so.
And also, no more falling unconscious, please, because, you know, it's just not a good plan.
Thank you very much, Ariana, for your wisdom and guidance. And once again, thank you, Dice, for making it so that I didn't die on top of a train.
You'd probably have woken back up eventually. You'd have been fine.
No worries. Go have a drink.
Indeed, I shall.
Ariana is going to sit and look in her notebook because one of those cards freaked me out a little bit.
All right.
One of the cards that was read for the group is having done something immoral and getting punished for it.
Okay.
Foreshadowing.
Either for the group or for Ari.
Okay. As you contemplate the cards then, and their meaning for you and the rest of the group, you, Quill, recover from your brush with death.
Yeah. I think that's your way of saying I can roll my hit dice for the short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Wondering if then the old, very old adage about Tabaxi having 9 lives is going to ring true, and you may have just used one of yours. And the rest of you resting from the day's exertion and all of the spells and all of the hit points you have won and lost. We're gonna leave it there because it is 2 minutes to 11 and AD needs to get off because he's got company. Miss you, Eddie. But yes, thank you everyone. I hope those watching, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stu, go back and watch the rest of the episode that you missed because it was actually quite a fun one.
Yeah, good laugh.
Yeah. But yeah, please, again, thanks to everyone who has watched, thanks to everyone who will watch. It is always lovely to see the same faces coming back every week to, the people who care about these characters. It's awesome. Thank you for being involved and being so invested.
And for a warm welcome to Quill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shane, if you ever do watch this episode, because I know you eventually watch them and catch up, congratulations. There are dice winging their way to you as soon as I find out. Oh, good. As soon as I find out what P&P is for Canada, I think I'm going to get them sent out on Wednesday because Biggie, sorry mate, didn't send yours out yet, but I will. But yeah, apart from that, guys, as always, take care, stay safe. Wear a mask. Don't go outside unless you have to. Take care of your loved ones. We're almost through this, and we
wear your headset backwards.
Yeah, wear your headset backwards. Only because this is annoying if it's in front of you. But yeah, we love you all, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
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 Good night, everyone.